Alright. YouTube is receiving my content. I am all set. I am dropping frames, actually. That might be an issue. Okay, it seems we're fine now. It was just because it was the start of stream. That happens sometimes. We might have some technical difficulties, though. Just, it may happen. Probably not. What are we doing? Freight line. Okay. You got anything to say? Okay. This is probably the finale of this DLC, at least. There's still a whole other one. Show me the way. Yep. Hey, Nether. You haven't been here in a couple streams. It's nice to have you. Welcome to the maybe finale of DLC 1. I don't know how long this quest line's gonna be. Maybe it'll be early, and I'll have to start the second one. Well, things are going well, it seems. I've been at your computer much since you started watching One Piece? I see. So you're gonna be busy for a while then. That's a very long show.
The senior officers, aided by the enforcers, have made an attempt on the rogue trader's life. Thankfully, the Lord Captain is safe on the bridge.
I am. Hey guys.
An imposter is operating aboard the ship. Protect the true Lord Captain and eliminate...
Jenner Stanrock puts down the rifle and dabs his forehead with a silky handkerchief before shoving it under the tight band of ammunition belt across his chest. His gilded frock coat is overlaid with a bullet-riddled and melted flak vest that barely fits around his voluminous waist. For about 80 to 100 days. You're at episode 40 right now, I see. I hear the pacing is pretty bad in that show. I hadn't seen it. Behind him, a motley band of enforcers armed with clerks and laborers greets you with enthusiastic shouts. A group of captives, silent and dejected, sits a short distance away. Delighted to see you in good health, your lordship. I'm afraid that my report on the inspection of the ship's storehouses will be slightly delayed due to extraordinary circumstances. The enforcers reported that you had been sighted in this compartment, and I humbly believed it was my duty to head for the freight line with this very modest army. Kindly move a little to the right, your lordship. Much obliged. Take it the inspection did not go well. Beckton loosens the straps on his flak vest slightly and gives a satisfied groan. You like goofy, smart, and unsmart and funny main characters? Well, that's just the most shonen protagonists. Though, I guess to be fair, in the modern era, they're less goofy now. Did I read all? No, I read the... It's going splendidly until we were rudely interrupted by the traitorous mutants. I'm afraid I have temporarily had to requisition weapons, uniforms for myself and my militia. But do not worry, every spent bullet will be accounted for and added to the unplanned extermination of heretics column to the ledger. This man's counting the bullets. Did not expect you to be so skilled with a rifle. I'm flattered, your lordship. I can assure you that smiting heretics is no more difficult than shooting up serfs at my aunt's birthday party. In fact, fighting your armed opponent may even add certain spice. You don't really like cold and emo characters? I like most every kind of character, so long as they're written well. I see that all the crew's clans are working together to retake my vessel. You are indeed correct, your lordship. Serfs, enforcers, officers, tech priests, and tunnel rats have all united in their fight against the rebellious scum. The only ones missing are the Inferni. It seems they were the backbone of this mutiny, and they strangled all those who were not privy to their dastardly plan. And our glances at the wounded prisoners. Yet, as you can see, our enemies also include those who swore an oath to you not so long ago. Your members who fell for the rebel propaganda. It's your choice whether to sentence them yourself or to leave the execution to me after you have departed on your business. I don't understand how this is worded. I will continue to spill my blood nor stop to heal my wounds. So you will stop? Or you will not continue to spill your blood, and it missed that word. How bad's the situation? Quite bad, but it could have been far worse if it were not for the Mistress Sarbak's paranoia and insufferable temper. As you well know, she had a nasty habit of expecting betrayal from everyone except your lordship. She had therefore taken care to draw up special protocols for all sorts of mutiny and had stationed agents on every deck. When the riot began, these agents took out many of the seditious officers and mounted a defense. In addition, I've been informed that at least 3 cases in which the officers inciting the enforcers to mutiny were shot by Jocasta's personal aides. Looks like she had already been keeping an eye on her least reliable subordinates. Give the Emperor a candle in gratitude for making her such a suspicious hag. What was that? Junus points courteously to a pile of relics, trophies, and chase overlaid. Following your instructions, we were able to evacuate some of your riches in time, as well as sacred unguents and ammunition from the damaged compartments. Use whatever you like, as you see fit. I can assure you that the rest will remain with me in perfect safety. So what are you going to do next? Why, I intend to die for you, Lordship. Every member of the militia, from burly enforcers, uni clerk, nods in somber agreement with the High Victim. But I must admit, we are quite exhausted from fighting our way here, and we are not really suited to being an assault squad. I think your Lordship should head for the Enforcer's post. You'll be safer there. Meanwhile, we'll take a breather and smoke a few more dozen heretics out of their holes. God Emperor willing, I'll not have to die a glorious death with your name on my lips after all, and will instead be auditing the damage the ship has suffered, as well as the losses among the crew. It's a routine procedure, one in which I have become quite proficient. Alright. Did I actually get something from the treasure? Is it somewhere I didn't see? Is it? It's right in front of me. Up here? Probably that guy. Did I obtain it? Oh, I see. Plus 10 more crit damage. That's pretty rad. Okay. That's like a passive buff that actually seems pretty nice. Alright, hey guys, how's it going? Group of shackled commoners are huddled together on their knees. They wear no armor, just filthy rags and tattered coveralls. Some hide their gaze, while others sob quietly or mutter prayers. One woman, swarthy and heavily built, glares at you. She's trying to appear proud and fearless, but her lip is trembling. What are you waiting for? Just end this and be done with it. Isn't that what tyrants do? So, you've heard of a ravenous star, yeah? Cults. It's confused. Then a bitter smirk appears on the lips. Is that what you call our liberators? To you, anyone who fights the oppressors is a heretic. Call me a tyrant. Tyrant, oppressor, butcher, choose whichever one you like. Who put you up to this? The liberators are true heroes. When the fiery death rained down on our slums, not one of your enforcers lifted a finger to save us. But the Inferni went out of their way to pull children out from under the rubble, mend wounds, and comfort widows. They opened our eyes so that we no longer need to endure beatings, fight over crumbs of food, or die after you have worked us to the bone. People can live as equals, take care of one another, and have dignity. This is what they are fighting for. You profit for keeping us from poverty, and your faith is false. Well, the Emperor want his believers to suffer in vain. Even the ship's confessor renounced the false covenants and went on to raise the folk hero Nemesis, and you killed both of them. The Imperium's history has shown time and again that the rabble is incapable of building a civilized society without governance. Alas, peasants do not read historical treaties. The Infernus Guild are the ones that did that fire that you were upset about, though. Always fixes her gaze on you as if searching your face for signs of deception. It turns pale and a single tear rolls down your cheek. Set up a disaster, but how? You will atone with your blood or perish this instant. I let you choose. Forgive us, Lord Captain. We won't forget your mercy. Give us weapons and a round of ammunition and send us forward. The bastards will answer for everything. Even death is kinder than false hope. You're welcome. I'm such a good person. Anyway. Let's see. What's this? Actually, what's this? Grab that.
The traitors' box cards. The mutineers have captured the bridge and are...
Not very good.
Curiosity.
The Nelson charges are pretty nice, though.
In my veins.
What's this?
not human. Do
Nothing.
not let them fool you. Shoot to kill.
Pascal, if you would.
This
Thank
explorator is
you.
blessed with multifunctionality.
Hello? Probably this way, right? Only one way to go.
Aided by the enforcers, have made an attempt on the road trader's life. The Lord Captain is
Yeah, your lordship, the wretches have taken. Oh,
operating aboard the ship. Protect the true Lord
we got kamikaze guys now. Why would I blow this up? What would that do for me?
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
I could. Very easily I could. But why would I?
You can't do anything without me.
That you are a...
That's why. Let's try to count 4. So 45 minimum. No. I'm bad at math. 60 minimum. Huh. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I get to have an actual chainsaw as a weapon now. That's awesome. Well, not a chainsaw, but close to it.
trust anyone.
It's even cooler than a chain sword.
There are traitors everywhere, but enforcers and officers
One
are
step at a time, amidst the madness.
loyal to you.
No ship is alive. We're here. We're holding on. Alert to House Von Valentius. Our control console stares dispassionately at the carnage unfolding on the tracks. Sounds of an approaching train ring in the distance. With a single command, you could divert the train and send it straight into the thick of the battle, ending the lives of both the Xenos pawn and your subjects. The sounding voice of the defender sounds familiar. Clyde, one of the enforcers who assisted at the Master of Arms investigations on the deck. I can fight these guys on my own. I want to try out my new saw. Also silently observes your heroism. Slim is blinking with indifference. Don't go
The
there.
Emperor is with us!
Pascal, go there. Sig, go all the way forward. Yes. I don't want you to get there because then that'll block everyone else. You're gonna be the first person other than Pascal who will need to go down. You'll go over here, Cass. Can Pascal go? Pascal can also go there. Marizai, I would like you to go there.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Put the front line there.
Binary override.
We'll try to prevent these guys from dying. I mean, they are going to die, but we'll try to prevent it a little bit.
Wherever you are, we urge you not to trust anyone. There are traitors everywhere.
Let's see, Rain, Cass, you probably... How much movement do you have? 8. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, about there. Go there.
Request approved.
Kill zone. In case they have range.
My vow is to serve.
Then...
Running binary override.
Actually, I'll put a blitz over there.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
That's a good idea, I think.
Request approved.
Nice.
I'll do what it takes.
2 damage. You
Emperor,
love to see.
protect me!
Believe the traitors' box cards. The mutineers have captured the bridge and are feeding you lies. The Lord Captain is not with them.
Can you...
They are not human.
Can't see anyone. Okay, go as far forward as you can. Can you see anyone now? No. How about... No. No. Only thing you can do. Where is Sig? There he is.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
You should be by now.
If I may,
And every buff in the book. Fantastic. Actually, which one goes further? This goes 9. This goes 8. Easy choice. I could make it go further if I used Demon Attacking, but I don't want it. Yet.
Schemes within schemes.
Then forward a bit more. Or can I blitz there?
What if?
And then move more. And then teleport. And go back. Easy. Cass, you can't do that. That's okay. Marizai, can you?
It would be beneath me to even attempt it.
Should have had Pascal put something there instead.
No. Oh, I don't think so.
That's upsetting. What is the range? 1. It says 15, right? Pretty sure it was 15. Or even 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that should get there.
And why would I do that?
Because I said so. Whatever.
Behold,
Can you now? It's a line of sight thing. That makes sense.
with them. They are not human. Do not let them fool you. Shoot to kill.
It's reckless.
watch.
And for the opening.
Behold.
Sworn enemy. Alright, get his ass.
Kneel before me, Tracy!
Nice.
Senior officers,
There's
aided
that.
by the enforcers, have made an attempt on the rogue trader's life.
Behold.
The Lord Captain is safe.
Got to do this. I forget what this does, but
Imposter is operating aboard the ship.
it does it somehow. Alright, you're dead.
It is happening.
Anyway.
I can't stand it!
You don't have to fight him. Just wait for my next turn and then he'll bleed.
What a rush!
If you insist, dude, I'll kill you early.
Broken already?
Wherever you are, we urge you not to trust anyone. There are traitors everywhere.
Dude, where are you going? I thought you were attacking me.
Still loyal to you.
That's a massive AoE. Okay.
High momentum.
Where did I get that? Go here.
It will be done. Someone else can do this. That's not a senseless
Passes
job.
blocked? I don't believe you, sir. Fine. Go. You really can't move anymore. Go here.
Victory is imminent.
Scream at all these
At
guys.
your beck and call.
Believe the traitors' books.
That'll help somehow.
Mutineers have captured the bridge and are still alive. The Lord Captain is not with them. They are not human. Do not let them fool you. Shoot to kill.
I bring mercy in
Game says I can do it. It said I could do it. Okay, fine. I still don't think I can. I can.
I shall not fail.
Nice. Okay.
Lord Captain is safe on the bridge. But be warned, an imposter is operating aboard the ship. Protect the true Lord Captain and eliminate the pretender along with all the traitors.
Lord Captain, we believe that
Trust
you
me.
are alive and
If I remember, if I read that right, that's good.
we urge you not to trust anyone. There are traitors.
The shadows will see it done.
Enforcers and officers are still loyal to you. We are all still loyal to you.
That. And then.
As honor ordains.
Do that.
Officer, you see is your enemy. It falls to you now. The only true
Trust me.
of the dynasty.
A waste of blood.
Didn't mean to attack you.
In the name of
The undying Emperor whispers his will.
Stop parrying. Thank you.
Capture the bridge and our supplies. The Lord Captain is not with them. They are not human. Do not let them.
That was kind of decent.
As the tenets demand.
What is force repentance? I forget. Is that a thing I do?
Senior officers, aided by the enforcers, have
I would
made
think
an
so.
attempt on the rogue trader's life.
I'm not seeing it.
Thankfully, the Lord Captain is safe on the bridge. But be warned, an imposter is operating aboard the ship.
You're gonna fight this guy now. You're gonna try to fight this guy now.
I shall not fail.
Okay, fine. Sig, I want you to, first off, do Demon of Pappy. Then, I want you to move here.
A wicked thought.
This weapon may not be good for my build, but this is a perfect way to find out. Lord, please, that is insane. I didn't realize I could do that much.
And officers are still loyal to you. We are all
Huh.
still loyal to you.
Anyway. Yeah, Killing Edge isn't very good anymore. But... oh my goodness.
A genius. Another one is shattered.
So it's actually pretty awesome. That was a big number. Oh, it works a charge. I honestly didn't expect that. Well, now I have to know. It works Death Whisper. Oh, that's great. Okay, this may be awesome then. I thought it reduced your armor. I thought that's what Destroyer did. Did it reduce my armor? No. How does this work? Reduces the target's armor by 20% until the end of combat.
Have captured the bridge and are feeding you lies. The Lord Captain is not with them. They are not human. Do not let them fool you. Shoot to kill.
If I understand this right, I've lowered his armor by 2,000%, but he still has 55%. Maybe this is additive after the fact.
Schemes within schemes.
Maybe that's how it goes. Oh, there are snipers. I didn't realize.
Quick!
Don't touch me.
Maybe the saw works with killing it. Because I figured it would just do the one attack, which is like really weak. And you only care about the attack if you get all 4 attacks. But if every single target
There
attack
is only death. Yours.
does
or
all
mine.
4 attacks,
Lord Captain, we believe that you are alive and we need you.
okay, not every attack. I'll try Killing Edge, and it might work, it might not. If it works with Killing Edge, then I've got close to no complaints. Where is Klein? Klein's supposed to be here or something. He can already die.
Weapon at the ready.
I feel nothing.
You
Fear
fella.
nothing.
How dare you? Let's see. Put the rear. right there.
My vow is to serve.
Kill zone.
Running binaric override.
Take both these. Well, don't take both of them out, but destroy one of them.
I venerate you, machine spirits.
Believe the traitor's books.
That's enough. Whatever.
The mutineers have captured the bridge and are feeding you lies. The Lord Captain is
The scriptural
with them.
prophecy is faithful.
No matter.
Do not let them
My vow is to serve.
to kill.
That's a lot of armor and dodge you have there.
Running
Be a
binaric
shame if
override.
someone just looked at you real hard. Ha. Okay. You're done.
Emperor, protect me. I'll do what it takes.
By the enforcers have made an attempt on the road trader's life.
If I move here,
Captain is safe on the bridge.
you can get everybody. Except you also kill the yellow guys, who I don't want to kill. You know, casualties of war.
Duty demands.
You know, I was kind of half expecting it not to actually hurt him. No. There's no way I can get both of you. It's just not possible. I can get you.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Wherever you are, we urge you not to trust anyone. There are traitors everywhere.
Blast you.
Still loyal to you.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
This costs nothing, so I can do it.
A wicked thought.
And then we can charge you and maybe kill
Let's
you.
see. A new note in discordant melody.
No. I thought it was gonna kill you. Well, maybe this will. It rolls crits individually. I thought the opening was that's fine. He's there.
Maelstrom of madness.
Move over here. Kill him.
What is my muse?
Like, out of your range. Oh, that's fine.
Fate claims another one.
Okay. Now, let's see if Killing Edge hits several times or just the once.
Through the smoking gunfire.
It hits several times. And it doesn't actually do that much different damage. Does it just... I mean, I guess it does... I just did... It does rending damage.
They are not human.
Huh.
Do not let them fool you. Shoot to kill.
I don't think it makes a difference in terms of damage. I just did like basically 30 to 40 times 4 and then a regular attack.
A new note in discordant melody.
Okay, so I guess it does add the plus 30 damage, but it disperses it across all 4 attacks made. That's weird.
A genius at work.
And if I do Reckless and Killing Edge,
Another one is shattered.
it's kind of weird, but okay. Marksman, Sniper. What's that? No, you got webbed apparently. Unless
Lord Captain, we believe that you are alive and we
are you Weber? Oh, I see. Well, that's annoying. Let's take care of you.
there are traitors everywhere.
The storm approaches. A predictable downfall.
You know, arguably, it is still better to use Killing Edge. Like, it's still good to use this weapon. Like, because it does all 4 attacks, but each one makes them slightly weaker because of, like, degraded
By
defense.
step, I lean mind?
because of Destroyer and all that.
In the name of House or Satan, I shall prevail.
Reckless is free, so just stab him.
New in Discord. Base claims another one.
And if I believe right, I think each attack of aim for the opening does a guaranteed 10% of their health. I think I read that in one of my tools somewhere. So this should do a whole bunch of damage per hit, right?
Let's see.
Or maybe just the first one?
One is shattered.
Couldn't really tell, but it did more damage, so I think I'm right. So that means every 4 attacks is at least 40% of itself. No way that's... Maybe that is true because of how I did that much damage to that one guy. I saved Klein? I thought I killed all the other guys. Wretched scum, I fought worse than you on Dardonis. We'll get discuss the enforcer with the protective mask grants his boot into a lump of flesh. A lump of mutant flesh. The sound of his voice recognized him as Captain Klein, the man who performed the autopsy on the mutant during the investigation. Thank you for your lordship. I thank your lordship for the timely assistance. Thought it was my fate to go down in Aberration's gullet, like poor Ginevri, although the Emperor had other plans for me. I thought you were Ginevri. I mixed up your names. She sacrificed herself, covering our Sally from the upper decks. She wanted to tell me something before it happened, something important. See her eyes, she didn't get the chance, now we'll never know. Covering our Sally? Is Sally an object that I'm not familiar with? Like just the name of something that I don't know? Or is it like it'd be capitalized if it was a name? Let me look this up. Is this like European slang I'm not familiar with? Sally object, I guess. Sally slang. Nickname for Sarah, that doesn't help. Maybe he means covering our cowards? Based on what I could gather? I don't know. How'd you end up in this apartment? Mr. Sarbeck sent my squad to me and me to the Freight Light to take charge of the situation. Sure that you had been spotted here and wanted us to lend you support. Give me your report. Enforcer post had been lost in a swarm of mutants. Alas, the only ways to the upper decks lie through either the post or through the transport tunnels, with our enemies there as well. How did the mutineers manage to take over the post? By treason, Captain Fresno. Not Fresno. Frenso ordered the enforcers to leave the outpost and led them into a tunnel under the pretext of suppressing a mutiny. As soon as they reached it, however, began spreading propaganda in an effort to stir up a reverence among the soldiers. He urged them to join the mutiny and eliminate the senior officers. I arrived just in time to execute the traitor, Frenso, and reclaim control. Ordered the squad to return to the post and take up a defensive position. But it was already overrun by mutants entering through the elevator shaft. The others out and seized our fortifications. What kind of propaganda? Claimed that the enforcers were being pressured into oppressing the fellow crewmen for the benefit of their greedy superiors. Called for a change of order, including reprisals and penance for anyone who had participated in the crimes of the ship's rotten hierarchy. Fine pulls his respirator aside and spits morosely. That seems a bit out of character for the 5 minutes I knew him. I agree with the captain. Found a bite mark on his body, one that we've seen before. I suspect he was compromised against his will. Alright, let's take back that post. To protect you, Lord Captain. We'll cover the rear if the enemy comes out of the tunnels. Be careful, the mutants have mined the guard post. There's something they didn't know. This is Frenzo's data key that activates the Eclipse Protocol. Train protocol node is vulnerable. If something were to anger or confuse the machine spirits, it could easily lead to a catastrophic accident. Train load of crashing shells, for instance, or worse. That's why there are tech-priest creations embedded in the walls. They are potent enough to rip the power out of any device. Insert that data key into the custodier by the entrance, and the post tool will be hit with a devastating pulse that is lethal to machine spirits. It will burn out the detonators and turn mines into harmless chunks of Ficeline stuffed iron. I don't know what Ficeline is, but I trust you. I'm gonna loot the guys that I had cast kill. They didn't have any. Okay. Anyone up here? No.
They will see.
These guys.
Oh, yes,
Actually have
indeed.
drops, though.
They all will see.
That's not very good. I imagine you all have the same tier of weaponry.
Capture the bridge and are feeding you lies. The Lord Captain is not
Yeah.
with them.
But here,
Do not
nah.
let them fool you. Shoot to kill.
Did I miss a loot? That's out of character for me. I would hate to miss a loot. Ah.
The Vizier.
We'll try to
Would
escape
he
the fire
be
by diving
proud?
into toxic waters from
Am I?
mercilessly gunned down. Huh. Back here.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Thankfully, the Lord Captain is safe on the bridge. An imposter is operating the ship.
Hey guys, how's it going?
My success isn't guaranteed with certainty.
With all the traitors.
Do I go down here? Probably not. Yeah, you can't go down there. But we can not go that way. Where do we go? Over here? I see.
Lord Captain, we believe that you are alive and we need you wherever you are.
I'm on my way, don't you worry.
Anyone. There are
Hey guys, they need some help?
but Imperial officers are still
Apparently not. I'm gonna loot you now. Who knows? Maybe you're lead.
We should deal with this.
Oh, bomb. Someone fix that.
Triumph is my birthright.
What were we guarding? Some pretty bad guns and grenades that I don't use. Now, someone was supposed to have seen
Stop!
that.
There!
You belittle me with this.
Am I supposed to go in there? I'm gonna leave this guy.
Fortune smiles
Never
on
mind.
us.
I'm gonna
Omen.
break this. How close are we to level? Pretty close, but not super close.
You can't do anything without me.
That may be helpful later. Alright. Screen's flickering. Its screen flickering. The custodier dutifully keeps watch at the entrance to the post. There's a slot matching the rod given to you by Captain Klein. Activate the Eclipse Protocol. I see the reason not to. Custodier accepts the rod and draws it. The vid screen flashes a torrent of lingua tetanus, confirming the protocol's activation. And you hear a growing hum from beneath the door, then amid the crescendo of noise, the vid screen suddenly turns black and singes you with a burst of sparks. Does that disarm everything? Kind of. The harvester.
Aided by the enforcers, have made
Alright.
an attempt on the
The woman before you radiates an alien beauty. The bony crest on her forehead, the violent tint of her skin, and the graceful clawed fingers give away her Xenos heritage. Her robes resemble those of the old mutant you put to death in the family crypt, and her posture is regal and powerful. Sapphire light oozes from beneath the half-lowered eyelids, and a haughty smirk stretches her lips. Bending whispers burst through your head, digging into your mind and probing your thoughts, tasting them. The woman does not move her lips, but you hear the voice speak. You fight in vain, genetic remnants? Genetic remnants. We have already won. The Sire's song echoes in the dreams of those who are pure. The rest are destined for oblivion. The Sire's sorrowful phalanx has extended, and soon the others will follow. Whatever you plan to attempt, it matters no more. The whispers sink their fangs into your most painful memory, as into an exposed nerve, while the canker in your soul echoes ominously in response. Though the woman standing before you is someone staring at you. Through the woman, I can read, I promise. Something staring at you, something you've seen only in your darkest dreams. Touched by corruption, you know that your doom is nigh, cursed soul. Who are you? Ow. 1 damage? Come on. Teeth of the mental whispers in your head become sharper. They scratch at your will and nibble on your intellect, eager to expose the secrets, and this voice is full of overbearing self-righteousness. Speak, impure one, speak all you want, and I will end this battle before it begins. If there's one thing you have learned over years of service, it is to keep your mouth shut when you should. Your mind has taken on a stamina that has suffered far worse than this witch. Scowling with displeasure as she is, your consciousness is a fortress wrapped in the barbed wire of your will. Your eyes, the all-seeing searchlights mounted on top of its guard post. Nothing gets in. You may not have heard me the first time. Who are you? I am the Harvester, Magus. I am the Harvester, Magus, guardian of the pure, she who hears the songs. I am the priestess of the immortal angel, our sire. I am the one who knows and understands. I killed the previous Magus. Do you know each other? My 30 willpower is... I'm not on daring. Huh. Weird. Difficulty modifier is plus 70. Usually it's minus 70, isn't it? Maybe it's because of my background. I killed the previous Magus. Did you two know each other? This voice is different. He was wise but old, a child of a different season. While it was his time, the congregation honored him. And then his time passed, and he went with it. He sacrificed himself, gave himself up to the heretics to be torn apart. We praise his devotion. We are of a different generation. We were born for the reaping. Our ascension is assured. The reaping. Our ascension is assured. Alright, who is your sire? I'd like to have a chinwag with them once I'm done with you. The singing angel is where you used to dwell. The singing angel is where you used to dwell, Impure One. From his rightful seat, he leads us to the many-armed emperor. Sire is a child of the many-armed emperor, blood of his blood, covenant gifted to us. His song binds us in sacred unity. He is goodness, survival, and promise. You really think you can take over my ship? Year after year, for centuries, we sowed the seeds of the Sire's genetic perfection on this ark. The seeds have now sprouted, and the change of generations has produced sufficient purebreds. The sowing season is over, the reaping season has come. Murderous laugh cuts blade-like between your frontal lobes. Sire senses your weakness. Your trials and hardships have exhausted you, but you are but prey for our mighty creator. You are already dead. Sure. One gracefully raises her hand and points a sharp claw at you. Children of the reaping, kill the heretics. Glory to the Sire.
Oh, curious creatures. Oh, I wish to vivisect you.
Counts as an ambush. Alright, what are we dealing with? 800 health, that's it. I mean, I guess that's a lot, technically. Okay. How's your... Okay, so we're gonna hang back a little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
Aided by the enforcers, have made an attempt on the road trader's life.
You can't get to Bella, that's fine.
The Lord Captain is safe on the bridge, but be warned. An imposter is operating aboard the ship. Protect the true Lord Captain
Now.
and eliminate the pretender, along with all the traitors.
I guess put the front line
The
here.
Messiah knows all, comprehends all.
Where's Cass? She's right there. Let's put the rear right there.
Request approved.
Probably should put it like right behind it. But like, can you do? Put the stronghold here.
Lord Captain, we believe that you are
Running
alive.
binary override.
And actually,
We urge you not to trust anyone.
let's
There
put
are traitors everywhere. But enforcers and officers are still loyal to you. We are
let's put backline there,
to you.
so I can put a blitz there.
Running binary override.
Okay.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
So there's your weakness.
Request approved.
Then get obliterated. Thank you. And because I still have an AP. Nice. Oh, that's scary.
The true believers will inherit all. We bring deliverance.
Mental Tyrant. That's a badass name.
No! These ruby flashes are choking me.
You took 0 damage. You're fine. Marseille, why are you so far back? It's fine. You got a bunch.
It would be beneath me to even attempt it.
What do you mean by line of sight? Okay, go over here then.
I will herd the prey.
Do not let them fool you. Shoot to kill.
Can you charge him? No? Oh, come on. Alright, go here.
With grace and manners.
Now can you charge him? Yes, okay. Bleed.
Watch.
Reckless.
With grace and manners.
An attempt on the road trader's life. The Lord Captain is
Behold. It is and I'm playing.
Nice.
protect the true Lord Captain and eliminate the pretender.
Oh, I don't think so.
I do not understand how Blitz works. There's no way that's blocked. Whatever.
The angel will reward us.
Ow. Alright, Sig. If you move right here, you might not even need to. If you move here, you can teleport.
Even I won't do that.
No, you can't. You could move right there. There's a line there. I know it's off, but it's scary.
I'm powerless to act.
I tried it and it worked. Okay. Alright, if I move here, can I teleport here?
War is my muse. What if schemes within schemes?
The mutineers have
wicked thought.
Let's test this 10% of your health theory again. Then that's all I got. Well, I also have this. But you don't have any armor, so... And you don't have any deflection either. This should be quick.
A wicked thought. Noted yet, but a predictable downfall.
The pure,
Nice.
my brethren.
Your turn.
Fate claims another one.
He's dead. Your turn.
Let's see.
Okay, I don't think that that's 10% of his health. For some reason, I thought it did. Okay.
It's not an illusion.
I do feel like the saw is a bit more of a side grade somehow. Thought it'd be... It's kind of weird in this calculation. If I understood how the damage formula actually worked a bit more, maybe it'd be good. Maybe, well, it would be good if I did know.
Guides me.
But,
We bring
matter.
deliverance.
alright. Let's move. Cass can just blast everyone in this area. So we're gonna go here. And then I can charge you. Okay. So go there.
Indeed.
Reckless. Probably don't need to work too hard
I will
for
do
it.
my duty.
Because you somehow do 14 bajillion damage with your
At
shield.
your beck and call. One fewer target.
So that's
Angel is silent.
It will be done. At your beck and call.
alright. Cass here. I didn't think you could. Myroside is dead. When did that happen?
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
It's fine. I didn't realize because
I'm not
I
accustomed
don't
to
need
being ordered around.
how many people can I get? Basically everybody.
Isn't this a job for the another foe painted black?
If you don't die, you might get stunned.
Help me, Lord Captain!
You're fine. Probably should have done this first. Are you stunned? No. Yes. I don't think I stunned as many people as I thought I would. Ow. Ow. Ow.
Ooh, another scar to my collection.
Your silent soul guides me.
Alright. There's something that gives me extra MP, right? Yeah.
Captain, we believe that you are alive.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
We urge you not to trust anyone. There are
As honor ordains.
But enforcers and officers are still loyal to you. We are all still loyal to you.
Maybe this will work.
As the tenants demand.
Curses. Well, that's all you can do, because you don't have guns and you're short MP by just a little bit.
Advancing.
Put a front line over here.
My vow is to serve.
Put a blitz on it.
Running binaric override.
And that's kind of your whole turn. But put a stronghold here too. And a kill zone here because of that. You don't need to do anything else really. Okay. So, I'm going to step over this way. And then I'm going to click Reckless.
A genius.
Now, how did that work? Why did you do so much damage? Rending, I see. Rending and direct damage. Okay, so what I'm hearing is you get to die. Why did that do so much damage? Like, I realized it was rending, but lethality, that's probably it. So damage. Damage is base 12 to 16, and plus contempt plus isolation, desolation. Degraded defense, killing spree. Seek the opening. That's a lot. Strength alone helps a lot. Okay, so my attacks range from 30 to 200 per hit, and I don't know the reason. Lovely.
Let's see.
I wish I were a smarter person. Nah, don't do that. Do this. Maybe Seeky Opening does do a bunch of damage. That's gotta be what it is, and I just missed it that other time. You have no armor, you have no reflection. So I guess I'll just do this, and maybe this will kill you if I do a bajillion damage. That's fair.
A wicked thought.
I'm going to click this button now, actually.
A genius at work.
Now I'm going to click this button.
Another stroke of genius!
So what were the odds you carried that? I want to know. Where's the parry? Parry 39%. Okay, well, that's winning odds.
A wicked thought. A new note in discordant melody.
That was supposed to kill you.
A predictable downfall.
There we go. Move here. Stab this guy.
Foes in my wake. Another one.
And this guy.
Discordant melody.
One more time.
What if a predictable downfall?
Now, there's only 4 guys left. Where are they? There's one over there. Okay, I see.
Oh, the storm approaches! Oh, the wrath of madness!
Very good at stacking up Destroyer and Degraded Defense. This weapon at the very least. Give it to Myrosine maybe and he'll be a great support DPS. Which, I mean, he kind of is already. Yeah, you really hate me, don't you?
The true believers will inherit
Nah.
all.
Stop doing that. Move here. And
A
reckless.
tactically sound approach.
Because I believe this... What's it do? No, it's just... Okay, I thought it'd be extra dodge. That makes things easy.
I took care of this one.
The Lord Captain is not with them. They are not human.
Victory is imminent.
Let them fool you. Shoot to
I didn't even see you. Oh, charged you if I did. Alright. So we are just going to blast all of them, I think. Well, first,
If I may,
drop your HP a bunch. And then blast all of you.
try to die with grace, at least.
Again. I might have
Isn't this a job for the
messed up a
Constitution
little
to
bit.
relax?
I mean, we're still gonna win, but yeah, one into the extras right hand. That's fine. We'll have Cabela do it. Take this,
I'll show
Cabela.
you why navigators are feared.
We'll have you move right there and use Blade Dance. This should kill.
My blade wisp. Death is a blessing.
Nice.
There are traitors everywhere, but enforcers and officers are still loyal to you. We are all
I don't need to loot these guys.
to you.
Are there any goods around? I think I've already explored everywhere, so no reason to, Alright, you died. No reason to look in other rooms. We'll just use this. Box machine belches out a shower of sparks and wheezes in agony. Though crippled by the pulse that kills machine spirits, it continues to extract the ghosts of other people's voice from the ether. All those who remain loyal to the dynasty, this is the Lord Captain speaking. I am still alive and continuing to fight against the mutineers. Lord Captain, God Emperor, be praised. Describe the situation. Mr. Starback and the enforcers are defending the officer's deck. I am also here coordinating the loyalist forces. Key compartments are holding, but have not been able to turn the tide of battle just yet. Bridge has been overrun by the enemy. Master Helmsman's fate is unknown. Why has the bridge not been taken back yet? Seen by the density of the defenses, it's where the rebel leaders hold up. Mr. Starbeck has launched 3 assaults so far without success. We are taking control of the elevator shaft to launch another attack, but the platform has been destroyed and the enemy in the emergency elevator can only accommodate a small force. Sounds like I need to head up there myself. Understood. May the God Emperor protect you, Captain. Alright. Hey, there was a good. Nice. Any others? I don't think so. Just those corpses that have mediocre armor and
Curiosity sings in my veins.
mediocre armor and weapons. Perfect. Technically, I should get a full heal here. So Marzai's death was pretty inconsequential. Though I doubt this counts as the safe zone void bridge. It'd be pretty cool though. guy, you're sitting in my seat? Okay, you got it, guy. An exact copy of you sits on the throne. A sinister double crawled into this reality from behind the looking glass. His gaze meets yours, and the world expands sharply, crushing you with an overwhelming sense of your own insignificance. From somewhere far away, across millions of light years, a god is looking at you through those eyes. He sees you and is hungry, insatiably, unquenchably so. Something starts scratching at the walls behind your at the walls of your mind, making you ill. Your stifled groans behind you. Standing near this entity is torturous for anyone who possesses psychic powers. But I don't possess the psychic powers. You were snapped out of your stupor by Revor's harsh bellow. Master Helmsman's eyes are empty, his pale lips curling in fury. Not one step further, Void Scum, since I sentence you to death for endangering the Lord Captain's safety. Master Helmsman, are you out of your mind? Rogue Trader stands before you. Step aside before I shoot you for treason and insubordination. No, Abelard, the Rogue Trader sits upon the throne, and you dare drag this reactor sludge onto the bridge. Must have grown senile in your old age, Seneschal. Cannot even distinguish his lordship from an impostor. Lordship said, a trickle of blood running from his ear. Revor, you saw me fall into the lower decks with your own eyes. Gosh, Lord Captain never left the bridge. Dropped the elevator to keep the mutineers out. Alright, I'm gonna bonk you if I gotta bonk you. Revor tries to catch you in its sights, but falls to the deck before he can steady his hand. There's bloody foam bubbling from his mouth. No, Lord Captain's in danger. I must protect. Stops, his chest rising and falling heavily. He's badly wounded, but he will live if he receives help soon. Your doppelganger remains seated. Oh, jeez. 25%. That's the difficulty modifier I was expecting. I forgot to check the difficulty, though. The doppelganger remains seated and motionless on the throne, but his posture betrays the tension of a predator ready to pounce. He catches your gaze, and the vessel of your soul overflows with a cascade of images and feelings. Hear a song, a chorus of countless whispers that weave a tantalizing melody. Feel a unity with something so great and beautiful. It's bigger than you, bigger than the ship and everyone in it. I don't fear you. We just have to win 2 coin tosses in a row. Twin leers back with razor-sharp teeth. His grin rips open your mind. A primal dread slithers in through the gap. It's a terror woven into the genes of every living being. The paralyzing fear of the natural predator of one species. There's nothing human in the smile emanating from that face you know so well. Get off my chair, dude. Narza's face splits to a grin as he casts you a mocking look. Sore spots with you, is it not? Yeah, you would know. Rumbling growl shuttles through every nerve ending in your body. It's the roar of a beast defending its territory. The throne is no longer yours. It was never yours in the first place. Abelard, if you would. Seneschal adjusts his grip on his weapon and growls. Only one man may sit upon the throne of the Rogue Trader, and that is Sigmund von Valentius. Wretched pretenders, craven Xenos, enemies of humanity. There's only one rightful place. Their only rightful place is in the pool of blood at the Lord of the Dynasty's feet. The bridge shudders as the crushing roar billows across it. Behind the facade of that glaring face, you glimpse the monstrous shadow, a shadow in the void that wants only to devour you. Is that it? That's what I expected. Oh, you're bigger than you looked.
What a curious specimen.
You cannot stop the Edge of Faithful.
Critical chance boosted. Okay. Mind control. Oh, jeez. No, it's not. Okay. Alright. You're gonna hang back. Stig, you're fine right where you are. Abelard hang out right next to him. pass. You should hang back a bit. Marzai, you're gonna cover this side. Debella, this side. That seems like a decent enough formation for being mostly surrounded.
Request approved.
Initiative is our friend today. Put
Running
front
right
line there.
Right.
Put the rear. What did I put it here? Game said I could. That's fine. My cursor is just cursed right now. It's just always gonna be this chance to do it. Like, okay, that's fine. I play this game enough to know what I can and can't do by now. This does... Yeah, it's still good to use on non-robots. I never used Kill Zone. There are enemies... Oh, jeez, I didn't realize. That's fine, he'll be dead soon. Let's see. I should do this. That's 3 damage.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Let's use Stronghold. And then... Kill Zone. Alright, you're going to the lead. Then you're going to go smooth here. Stab this fool.
Perfect killing strike.
Reckless. For an enemy. Aim for the opening.
With grace and malice.
Charge.
Behold, the euphoria of anguish.
Nope. And then stab him again.
Don't distract me.
Stab him again.
With grace and malice.
Lovely. Do an endure.
Behold.
Great. First turn. Sig, you are going to have some fun today.
Let's see. A wicked thought.
That's your... Not great. Okay.
Schemes within schemes.
Would be good. That's your deflection. It exists, so we're gonna get rid of it.
A wicked thought.
Alright, let's hope this hits.
Let's see. You noted discordant melody.
I'm sorry, did you? You better not have cut off my other attacks. What have you done? Immune to all damage? Oh, go to... That's annoying. I was gonna kill him. He was about to get obliterated. How much damage did I do? I did 14 novel. That was the secondary effect. I used Demon Apathy, then I used Reckless, then I used Sworn, and for the opening, used Charge. And then I only did 14 damage. I did way more. I did like 500 damage to this man. And that would have been... That was only 25% of my damage. Immune to all damage. Okay. That's annoying, but... If the game says so.
Protect the true Lord Captain and eliminate
Let's teleport over here. Stab you.
Let's see.
Honestly, I should do this first. Because then it does all the degraded and the destroyer. And then the next damage actually does a whole lot more. Okay. I'm gonna use the damage, but I can still attack you, even though I made sure that I would... That is annoying. He would have been... That's the Shadow Realm if he wasn't saved by the cutscene. That's very annoying.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Alright, obliterate all these
Isn't
fools.
this a job for the serf?
I'm sorry. Okay. I thought I was gonna get... Huh, okay. Is this just one person? It's just one person? Okay. It's not my laser. Yeah. Then make sure someone dies. Thought I was gonna... Okay.
In the name of House Orselio, I shall prevail.
Can I charge you?
Schemes.
If you do it again,
Schemes.
I'm gonna be pissed.
Genius at work.
You hear me?
Let's see. A wicked thought.
I'm gonna be very upset if you do this again.
Behold the wrath.
Oh my god. That's so annoying. Whatever. If it's how it must be.
Let's see.
Alright. Oh, you don't get to attack me, dude. Go get a hobby.
Ah, new. Another one is shattered.
I'm gonna kill all your goons.
Unpredictable downfall.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over here.
Within schemes.
And I'm gonna stab this guy.
Let's see. Ah, another one is shattered.
I can't move anymore. That's fine. Endure.
What if?
And I can't get any use out of the rest of my AP.
Behold my artistry!
Gonna kill these guys.
Step by step.
That you so rudely interrupted my attack with.
You are mine. Fate claims another one.
It's fine. I think I get a 3% damage buff every time I kill one of these fools. I kill this guy.
Let's see. A predictable downfall. You are marked for demise. Fate claims another one. Schemes within schemes.
You know what? I think I like this weapon. Doing like 1,000 damage per hit.
Behold the predictable downfall.
You know, give or take.
What is my muse? Fate claims another one.
I can kill one more person. Let's go back. You get to die now.
Wicked thought. Another one shattered.
I wonder if I've accumulated enough passive damage to kill this guy.
Was in my wake. One more for divine.
Close. But not really. Alright, I'm gonna move back here.
Lord Captain, we believe that you are alive and we need you wherever you are. We urge you not to trust anyone. There are traitors everywhere.
I would have one-rounded this fool 3 times over if he didn't interrupt my attacks. If I move here, I can do this, eh?
The shadows will see it done. Caught by the web.
Nice.
As honor ordains. Trust me.
48
shall
bleeding.
not fail.
That is a lot of blood.
The sun is so gallant. The true believers will inherit all.
Alright, Adelaide. It looks like you get to be the hero today. You don't have movement. Why don't you have movement? That's fine.
It will be done.
You don't need to move.
At your beck and call.
You are perfect. Right where you are.
I will do my duty.
Yeah. Damn. How did you do 400 damage? Degraded defense. That makes sense. Okay. That makes sense. He had a lot of that. Eh. Get this guy. Scream.
At your beck and call.
That is so much. Why are you not taking damage at all? Just because he's not. Okay. He's not strong.
Victory is imminent.
I'm just weak.
No matter the cost.
Okay, that's fine.
At your beck and call.
I thought I'd get to do provocation
Indeed.
or reckless. Make him hit me.
I will do my duty. I'm not interested.
Well, actually. 21. Does this do a bajillion
It will
damage?
be done.
No.
At your beck and call. An exemplary strike. Who else can do this? Victory is imminent. Reduced to dust.
Yeah, got him, dude. Already wiped out everyone on that side of the map. You can go, that guy. You can go help out this guy.
Follow my lead.
Just
You guys wait till it gets to 6 turn again.
an offering of... If the blessed Emperor protect
Oh no, my
your
game
daughter.
froze. Okay, it's fine. It's called poisonous spits, but it didn't poison me. Alright.
Aided by the enforcers, have made an attempt on the rogue trader's life.
Let's put kill zone here. Just to kill you a little faster. Put a kill zone here.
Protect the true Lord Captain and eliminate the pretender along with all the traitors.
Request approved.
Nice.
Running binary override.
Let's just really make sure that all your natural armor is not a
Request
factor.
approved.
Nice.
Lord Captain, that you are alive and we need you wherever you are. We urge you not to trust anyone. There are
Alright.
traitors everywhere. But enforcers and officers
Mara's like, can you kill this guy,
loyal
actually?
to you. We are all still loyal.
Surely, right? You can do 300 damage in a single hit. Especially if you're in the front line.
Oblivion approaches.
All you would need to do this,
Watch.
and then just poke him. Nah.
Don't distract me.
Over here. Just want you to attack this guy.
What
Poke again.
euphoria and anguish! With grace and malice.
We'll try slash. That's a good trick.
I'll revel in your terror! And why would I do that?
Oh, nice.
It would be beneath me to even attempt it.
Alright, Sig. We are going to have you right here. And then just send this guy to the Shadow Realm.
Behold a predictable downfall.
Can you still move? Yeah. Oh, you only have the one attack per turn.
A genius at work.
I forgot. That was something I had to worry about.
What if... Let's see...
You know, that's
Cleanse another one. I won't sully myself
like line of
with that.
sight. Okay, fine.
Schemes within schemes.
Sir, you get to die now.
Let's see. Ah, behold the wrath of madness.
1 HP. We can do better than that.
What
Come on.
if? A genius at work.
That's fine. I forgot you were there, honestly. Nice. We'll pretend I killed him. Okay. We'll have someone kill you.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
A mark for predictable downfall.
Do you have an opening anywhere?
Schemes within the schemes.
That's okay. Hey, this costs 0.
A wicked thought.
Take this.
Let's see. You notes in discord melody.
It's free damage. Alright, now let's buff Abelard.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Not a custom. Another foe painted black.
Oh, there's two guys over here. I didn't mean to. Alright, click you, my guy. Okay.
Do not dare ask.
Hit me with your best shot. Nope. He hit reckless though. He was supposed to let me hit him back. That's how that move works. I should know. I've been using it all game. Maybe they have to actually hit me. Alright. Why don't you have movement? That's fine.
Indeed.
If I do provocation, does he attack me?
At your beck and call.
Yes. But I was supposed to hit him back and then...
It will be done.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen.
I will do my duty.
You do the same thing. Because I can't charge you. You can't move at all to make that happen.
Victory is imminent.
There's only 3 guys left. I'll just wait until the warriors get there.
attempt.
Pascal's done. He doesn't need to do anything. His work is done.
I yearn for agony.
He's still bleeding. He's still bleeding.
Don't distract me. Kneel before me, prating!
So, I didn't expect that to kill, honestly.
With grace and malice.
I thought I'd have to finish him off with a bit of this. And a bit of this. But it all worked out. Sir, I can't help but notice that you have a bit of armor and deflection. I don't appreciate that. I do have a talent that buffs me for every person I attack, right? I think so. Like plus 3% damage for every new person I attack. That didn't do any damage. Suspicious. Teleport over here.
A genius at work.
You were supposed to die.
Fate claims another.
There was still one other person that I didn't kill. That's it. Nice.
But enforcers and officers are still loyal to you. We are all still loyal to you.
Hulking carcass of a monster lies in front of you. The ember fire has left its baneful eyes, departing along with the last drops of foul blood oozing from its wounds. In the distance, Master Helmsman slowly regains conscience. He immediately recoils from the dead creature, swearing profanely. Captain, I'm guilty as charged. No, it's not myself. I fell for filthy Xenos tricks like a green cabin boy. Make no excuses, I know the rules, and I request capital punishment. Strike off my head and be done with it. What happened specifically? Renegade stormed the bridge and then brought that thing in. We held our ground, but as soon as the monster looked at us, my mind went blank. It was like being a puppet. Damn those Xenos tricks. So what if I'm not given the opportunity to kill him? Like, I wouldn't, but I feel like I should be allowed to have the opportunity. There will be no execution. You're gonna do your job and you're gonna like it. But the old tub will have to put up with me for a while longer. Appreciate your clemency, Lord Captain. Master-at-Arms stands at attention, ignoring the wounds and burns covering your face and body. Captain, the vessel has been secured. Mutineers in all compartments have lost the will to fight, all at once, and have fainted while others have gone into shock or panic. I believe they sensed their despicable overlord was dead. They didn't for a while. I killed him first thing. Well, not first thing, because he wouldn't let me. But I killed him once I got the opportunity. Well, I didn't. Abelard did 400 damage with his just big metal slab he has. For some reason that I don't understand. But I'm not gonna question it. I am gonna question it. I wish to understand it. Promote Captain Klein. Let's count on veterans. I'll present the old man an award. Thorin knows he has earned it, and then some. These things can mind control people. Not anymore. Several forces squads were compromised. Put down the ventilation systems in their compartments and asphyxiated them. I can read. Once we are done here, I will enter the flamers, burn the bodies, and do a personnel sweep. Anyone suspicious goes out the airlock. I heard about your contingency plan. Fish and chips is overrated slop. Isn't that just... Chips in Europe is the European word for fries, right? So it's just fish and fries? I mean, I like fish and I like fries, but that doesn't seem like a staple cuisine in my opinion. Heard about your contingency plan. Your foresight is commendable. It's the duty of the Master-at-Arms to anticipate any threat to the ship's safety. Even one as unusual as an uprising by genetic aberrations supported by the highest-ranking officers. Alright, where's Mr. Infernus Master? That entire traitorous bloodline should have been sealed in the tank of Iceland, thrown into the void and blown up a long time ago. The Porcelain has mounted a defense in Bay 45 F1, but my people have his gang cornered. We'll get him soon enough. No, I'll get him soon enough. Serval School rattles to life and protects a hologram onto the deck. One that's called fish and chips is fish and fries. Well, that's Europe for you. Or Britain? I don't know. I'm very uncultured. Blurred replica of Einrich Montag stares at you. Blood oozing from a wound on his temple. One of his hands is bound with a tourniquet. Is that how you say it? And is lighting an EO stick with the other. Hey Bridge, do you copy? So you've not yet changed the access psalms. Is that how you say it? Palm? Are you celebrating your victory, Sigmund? Now it's just deciding where in the trophy room to hang the heads of the monsters I vanquished. Arrogance never fails to amuse. Yes, I underestimated you, as well as your retinue. Those bloody zealots and that sadist Jocasta. Who would have expected such fierce resistance from a bunch of false believers? Ernest Master appears serious, somber. Usual cheerful insolence has vanished off his face. I want you to see my face before I die, commit it to memory. One day, you will realize what sacrilege you have committed, and in that moment, you will remember me. This primitive piece of technology give you a good view of your precious monster's corpse. Urza smiles with satisfaction upon seeing the pain in Hark's face. By killing your sire, did you feel that abomination die? We all felt every moment of the blessed angel's agony. Then he died, and her dream died with him. He snuffed it out and stomped on it like an EO stick butt. Now, his song will not return to our dreams. The many-faced emperor will not see us. I wish I could say I completely one-shot him, but he had cutscene power. How did he get here? He's been here a long time. Longer than you or anyone else. His blessed feet crossed these decks centuries ago. Theodore's predecessor still called himself Lord Captain. Came from the stars, the many-armed emperor dwells to bear his word. And then he faced a great massacre at the hands of the wicked. And yet, the venerable sire kept his message safe and took refuge on this vessel, away from the persecution of heretics. And that false Lord Captain led our ancestors on board. The sire heard their pain and answered their pleas, blessing them with genetic purity. Protected us after that, joining our thoughts together to a single song. He was the true Lord Captain of the ship. Okay. So what was the overall plan? You don't know when to stop, do you, Sigmund? Fine, I'll tell you. We were closer to our goal. A few more years, a few more pure converts to true faith. The spinners pulled that stunt with the bath. You seized on their tip-off right away. When it came to the telepathic ritual, it became clear that you weren't going to leave us alone. We'd have to start the harvest season early. Earl Magus appeared to you during the rite and led you on a false trail. Lured you into a false insecurity by throwing a small portion of our forces to the wolves and sacrificing himself to buy more time to prepare for the harvest. Orchestrated the elevator accident, but you survived. Then I almost intercepted you down on the freight line. Bloodspun Web interfered again. Could have been part of us, part of something great, something real, but you ruined everything. Everything. So if I understand right, you got mutated instead of being born how you are? I am pure. My mother and father both trace their lineage back to the ones who received the gift of genetic perfection from the sire himself. Had there been a few more generations between us, I would have resembled the sire more closely. Each of us has their own calling. I look almost like a false believer. And he lifts the welding goggles from his forehead, exposing the rudiments of a purple crest. Which means I was destined to be a spy among you. Alright, could you surrender now? And then what? Will you spare us? You know, probably not. I wouldn't believe you if you said otherwise. No, I know I'm a dead man walking. There are unarmed people here with me. Families who have neither the desire nor the ability to fight. Children are elderly, people like my sister and niece. Do you want their blood on your hands as well? Will you take revenge on them too? Or is my life enough? Tell me, Heinrich, have you ever heard of a place called Tatooine? It's very generous for a false believer. Grateful, although I do not forgive you. Order the enforcers to hold their fire, and I will let my people out of the compartment. They're on pause, nice. It's done. Only those willing to share my fate remain. There's shouting and gunfire in the background. Heinrich hastily finishes his final Yostik. Caster's mongrels have begun their attack. It's time to say goodbye, Sigmund. It's a pity I couldn't share the blessing of purity with you and make you part of our family. A pity, too, that we couldn't kill you either. But we all must play the cards we are dealt, and now we take our leave the way the true Masters of Fire would. True Masters of Fire should, I should say. Finger truth to three sorrowful phalanges. I guess I say it. One is shattered, but Turnus Master smiles widely, pulls a remote control from his pocket and pushes the button. There's a sharp beeping of detonators, a monstrous roar, and the projection disappears. For a while, the sound of flames crackles from the speaker before abruptly shutting off. Starback mutters something into the comm, then hisses angrily. Thermal charges. Boyd blew up the compartment along with himself and the entire assault team. Good riddance. Let him burn. That's the last pocket of resistance. Mutiny has been suppressed, Lord Captain. The enforcers are now carrying out a sweep of the compartments, and the officers are forming new repair crews to replace the Inferni. The ship's critical systems have been stabilized, and your throne has been liberated. Thousands of dynasty subjects are waiting for your orders. So all that remains is for you to take the captain's throne and affirm your dominion. All hail House von Blanchis. So all I have to do is, well, I'm gonna. If I have anything, Bone Cracker. That's a fun name. That's a pretty nice, like, special attack. Every successful basic attack made with this weapon inflicts a random trauma on the target. That'd be good if Abelard could use it, that'd be nice, but he can't because it's two-handed and he needs to have a shield. That's a pretty nice pick, actually. I might give... Or can skip their turn to make an ally of their choice immune to all damage. Okay. That is pretty nice. Makes an area attack. They can gain 4 MP. 75. It's heavy armor, though. I don't think anyone can actually wear that. And anyone that can would rather have the power armor they've already got. It's pretty good, though. It might be better than... I don't think it's better than Abelard's power armor. Also, I thought that this weapon that I'm using did 15 minimum. It did at one point in its life. Now, let's level. Let's... Hemorrhage isn't that great. Maybe that one, because I'm always doing direct damage. What's vulnerable? Oh, that's pretty nice, because I do... That is pretty nice, especially if you take into account the... Okay. That's also pretty nice. This is better, I think, because this buffs me rather than debuffs the enemy, because then I can kill a whole bunch of people all at once. Give me... Persuasion, because that helps a lot. Well, coercion. I'd rather have coercion than persuasion. Sometimes I have to do something, even though Cassie is in the party. Yeah, 47. Okay, so even if I give you Vivisection, it wouldn't go over, it wouldn't go higher than Pascal's. Sure. And I don't know what you would want. I mean, maybe demo, but there's no way you're going higher than Mars Eye. Maybe awareness. It doesn't matter. How's that scale? Fellowship, never mind. I also don't want you on. I guess I can boost your Imperium, maybe. Use it. What weapon do you use? What scale is it? It's plasma, I think. It's not an arc rifle. So that's does not. You don't ever use melee. Like that. And boost your... He's my warp guy, so learn that. You... I don't think I want any of those. You gotta go now? See me on Friday, probably? Probably. Nice to have you. And we'll boost your... We'll boost your awareness, because I think that helps you. Marzai, you are also... an assassin, so you take that. And you don't care about anything really, but... demo, I think. But you can't pick demo again. So... there's no way you're getting higher than Pascal in terms of Imperium. Corrals, that helps in combat. Okay. Did anyone else drop anything? Okay.
Every enforcer or officer you see is your enemy. It falls to you now. The only true
The officers and crew members have remained faithful to the vows of service. The ship's ours, glory to the Vaughn Valencia's dynasty.
fight in the name of House Paul Valancius.
That feels pretty final. It's got but I would have one-shot the final boss. That wasn't designed for that not to happen. But maybe if I had
Believe the traitor's books.
my old weapon that wasn't the saw, I would have just obliterated him instantly.
And are feeding you lies. The Lord Captain is not with them. They are not human. Do not let them fool you. Shoot to kill.
Is that it? Uh-oh. Not yet. Find the genetic aberrations is spread across many worlds of ships. Each case of contamination must be documented. Jessamine. Okay, let's go there. Jessamine. I don't know where that is, but I've been most everywhere, so I can just look at it.
The senior officers, aided by the enforcers, have made an attempt on the rogue trader's life.
They're still
Thankfully,
shouting about
the
that?
Lord Captain is safe on the bridge.
That's old news.
But be warned, An imposter is operating aboard the ship.
Let's start
Protect the true Lord Captain
bottom.
and eliminate the pretender along with all the traitors.
Maybe it's just one really long voice line, and that's why. Is this where, is that where, I got attacked by those turrets?
Lord Captain, we believe that you are alive and we need you. Wherever you are, we urge you not to trust anyone.
I think that's
There
just gonna
are
play for a while.
traitors everywhere.
I would like to go to that planet.
But enforcers and officers are still loyal to you. We are all still loyal to you.
Not a lot of these are named.
Every enforcer or officer you see is your enemy.
Probably gonna keep doing that
Falls to you now.
until
The only true subjects of the dynasty.
I go into another area.
People, fight in the name of House Paul Valancius.
Once I find Jessamine. Oh right, yeah, that. I am not seeing Jessamine.
Do not believe the traitors' books casts. The
Which
mutineers have captured the bridge and
can
are
mean
holding you
one of
live.
two things.
The Lord Captain is not with them. They are not human. Do not let them fool you.
They might be here. That's the only place I haven't been. So let's go over there if we can. There was a commotion on lower decks. Chief Mutant Hunter, who is responsible for eliminating heresy on the hold of the deployed ship, went mad due to the perilous influence of the war. The officer climbed the parapet above the central accelerator complex and threatened to jump, once the entire crew immediately submitted to a rigorous examination to uncover physical deformities and unholy perversions. Calculating the time and financial cost of the inspection of thousands upon thousands of crew members and consulting the tech priests about the danger of foreign materials getting into the intake of the accelerated complex, the brave mutant hunter was graciously allowed to proceed with his ending his life in the desired manner. Lovely. Let's check out this place. I've never been here. And if it's not here, then I'll look it up. Permission to report, Lord Captain. Mistress Cabell has been apprehended by enforcers at the scene of a crime. Eyewitnesses saw her assault and kill the esteemed Georgian Mayorgus. She has confessed to the murder. The penalty for murdering a senior officer is death. However, given Mistress Cabell's honorable service and her special status, I dare not proceed without your permission. She's incarcerated and waiting your judgment. Let me know when you are ready to hear her case.
Officers are still loyal to you. We are all still loyal to you.
Captain, Revor on the line. Astropaths are going crazy in their little chamber, reporting severe warp disturbances along our intended route. Looks like the Maw is completely impassable. Seen this before, and yes, if you ask me. Seen this before, yes, and if you ask me, going there is not a good idea for us or any other void ship.
Every enforcer or officer you see is your enemy. It falls to you.
So you're saying that not only will I break through the Maw to the Imperium, but I will cover myself in glory as the conqueror of the raging warp. Forward! See to it, Lord Captain. The Emperor protects. Ah, jeez. By the grace of the Emperor, I have been charged with chronicling the voyage that my blessed commander, Lord Captain Sigmund, intends to undertake through the turbid tract of the warp known as the Maw. Thought of what lies ahead fills our souls with terror, but we all have faith in the light of the Emperor. May his protection be with us now. Treaded course for expedition. A report from the Navigator Sanctum. Lord Captain, we have walked onto the blessed light of the Astronomicon and are ready to make our first warp jump to the Hermitage. Once the void stations orbit, we will carry out maintenance liturgies and, with luck, exchange information with other trade void ships there that are using that region as a rendezvous point. Second warp jump will be made to the Witch-Cursed World, a foul and lifeless planet, at which point we will access the state of the vessel. Third warp jump is planned to Port Wander, where the Protector willing, we will reach the vast expanse of the Imperium, and we will abide there in safety. Got the choir? Cap. Once again, draw your attention to the fact that the warp region of the Maw is more turbulent than usual. The Diviner's Vigil pretends death for us, and much worse besides. This is not our first decade perceiving the void, and we have seen terrible storms, none like this. We beseech you, please have mercy on us. If that be not your will, we stand ready to serve until the end. After offering up the requisite prayers, the crew received a Vox address from the Blessed Lord Captain, in which our commander gave the order to initiate the jump to the Hermitage. We made it to the Hermitage, an outcome made possible solely by the Emperor's mercy. The ship has been chewed up by the ravenous Imperium, and madness has taken root across our decks and stalks among us. Staring us in the eyes. The vessel, oh wow. It's in orbit around the station, thronged by thousands of silent satellites, jettisoned bodies of the dead. Oh, because, right, Cabell's technically not in my party right now. I spent the entire jump in the murky depths of the astropathic choir bay, where acolytes of the ship's surgeon walked back and forth in silence, singing the healing liturgy from beginning to end. We marched among the psychers, who had been medicated into unconsciousness. Any psyker who awoke, often with howls of horror, was quickly pacified with a sharp jab from an electrified baton. But my attention was wholly captured by Idrit Flass. Gripping the shoulders of each astropath in turn, staring into their eyes, she compelled the ravaging psychers to collapse with a visceral cry, curling up on the deck with all thought of resistance gone from their mind. How many did she save? How many would have perished without her? Every moment now I hear a voice full of vehement ire. It is the voice of the Angel of the Emperor. So ferocious, my very blood fears it. Fleeing my body through my ears, eyes, and nose, the Angel bade me compile a picked chronicle of the horrors recorded by the service schools in the ship base. May whoever finds it know the torments we have suffered before death. Incident report. Saw the picked recordings made on various decks with my own eyes. With horror and avid curiosity, I relished each bloody detail. Drinking in the stream of chaotic, incomprehensible scenes, nameless dread blossomed in my soul. Saw a bloody massacre in the engineerium, people armed with tools bashing each other's heads in. Saw a deck full of violently convulsing bodies covered in a layer of mold and sprouting grotesque fungi. Witnessed a crowd of crew members walk toward an opening airlock with mindless, exultant smiles on their faces. Caught a moment later on a wave of air and wretched outs into the cold embrace of nothingness. I can read. With my own eyes, I saw a gunner steadily hitting a large caliber shell with a wrench inside a cogitator. Could just make out the bloody remains of an engine seer, and possibly squeezed in among the entangled wires. So much horror, so little hope. Engine seer's report. Report from engine seer deck. My lord agrees me to report the demise of 27.61% of the blessed machine spirits entrusted in my care. Records 2 and 3 required expedited burials. The deck's crew held a vigil in their memory. Servitors have logged at least 11 breaches in the hull's exterior, and at least 3 in the hull interior. With my lord's gracious permission, I will endeavor to save what can still be saved. The Messiah knows all, comprehends all. Hermitage Station situation report. Scouting expedition report. Don't know how they haven't gone crazy yet, sitting in the middle of this warp storm. There are around 1,000 people here, a few hundred outcasts and anchorites living permanently on the station. And the crew of a trading vessel barely made it as far as the Hermitage, and won't be departing ever again. Seems they spend whole days sitting under the crystal dome praying, eating ration packs, and watching as reality loses its mind. They say the Emperor will protect them against the coming tempests. Of course they do. He is the only thing they can trust in now. For them, there's nowhere else to turn. We offered them passage on our ship. Not one said yes. Mad, all of them. When the message came through the Vox net, I struggled to hear it over the whispering of the angel in my ears. The Honorable Lord gave the order to go to the witch-cursed world. I'm committing, dude. We are at the witch-cursed world, the place where we are doomed to perish. That's what the Emperor's angel told me. His voice almost impossible to bear. Bade me record every drop of sorrow. The Chronicle will spread through his word. Will spread his word. Why is that proper now? Or capitalized? Through the warp and sow terror in all who come to know of our dire voyage. So speaks the angel. And my own thoughts are so muddled that all I can do now is submit and bear witness. As soon as the ship exited the warp, thousands of crew members assembled into teams launched into repairing the major areas of damage. The will of our fearless Lord Captain drove them, and in that moment, deeply envied their resolve. Nice. 16. Nice. Am I playing on normal difficulty? I feel like... whatever. Oh, I can't check now. I'll have to remember to check. I left the Astropathic Fire Bay and spent this jump in the Navigator's Sanctum. Though the number of casualties was high there, many managed to survive, including me. The losses and damage are enormous. They say there was a mutiny. Master Huntsman reports the odds of surviving another jump forward are 0. The odds of a successful jump backwards are also 0, but the second 0 is slightly less definitive. Internal systems are failing. Cashieres are experiencing periodic failures. Stop it, I'm afraid. Okay, we're doing analog horror now. Situation report. Witness Avalier's report from Augur Station 12. Must not make planetfall. I know what I saw. And no, must not sit down on that planet. It's not because the wind would tear the hull. It's not because the wind would tear the hull off the landing shuttle in the blink of an eye. Because the temperature on the surface fluctuates between red-hot plasma and absolute 0. That's crazy. No, it's because planets do not have faces, but this one did. Vast face of jagged plateaus, eyes of fiery tornadoes, and south made from a crater half a continent across. I saw that face smiling at me. It saw me. It saw all of us. We must not make planetfall. Emperor, have mercy on us. Addendum. Avalier was executed 4 hours after submitting this report for fomenting panic among the crew. That's... Planets don't have faces, but this one did. We're going full cosmic horror now. Incident report. The Pict Chronicle recorded by the eyes of the service schools made my heart stutter. In horror, I watched as a crewman who seemed perfectly healthy struggled against the shackles pinning him to an operating table. Actually, I noticed that picture on the right changed. I haven't been looking at it too much. I didn't notice it change. I would like to see what that picture was. Was it the face that should not exist? Let me boot this up on my phone. Oh, it didn't change. It just flat for a second. Okay. Pict Chronicle recorded by the eyes of schools, me, heart stutter. In horror, I watched as a crewman who seemed perfectly healthy struggled against the shackles, pinning him to an operating chamber, and a group of doctors, whispering excitedly among themselves, drew out their steel surgical instruments and eagerly began cutting into his flesh. Cried out as I watched engineers burning holy incense and chanting the prayer to waken the plasma generator's machine spirit. The young acolyte, his heart wavering, accidentally disrupted the liturgy, releasing the motive force into the power circuit before it was time. My poor eyes were blinded by the white light of the explosion. After that, I was silent, for that was the only way I could continue to watch. Technomasts in dirty coveralls reverentially poured chalices of blood onto the base of a macabre tree. The weapon pointed upward, supports outspread like branches, and hanging from them like ripe fruit were the bodies of the bay's officers. After tossing aside his discharged lasgun, the priest brought his fingers to his bleeding ears and then daubed these crimson words on the bulkhead. Don't listen to him, he is no angel. Who's he talking to, me? Scarlet roses, their buds bleeding, were growing through the bulkheads, which were covered with patches of rot. Crew members in black uniforms incinerated them with flamethrowers. weeping black tears and roaring with maniacal laughter. A string of people silently entered an airlock, above which was written, Hangar C-11-2, and were lost to the darkness. Security. As the Deputy Carto Artifacts, I know the ship's layout well. There's never been a Hangar C-11-2. Unknown has touched our vessel. It has taken roots in it, and now we are all in the clutches of the Immaterium. Tell me what's gonna happen later? But Captain, the crew of the Sanctum's crew of the Navigator's Sanctum have virtually lost the light of the Astronomica. Our only hope is to retrace our steps, both in our thoughts and in our pain. Save us or lead us to our deaths. We will follow you no matter what. This is terror, by the way, there. Report from the ship's confessor. Stop. Rousing speech from the Lord Captain, which was broadcasted over the Vox system, inspired the crew, who promptly broke into teams to repair the primary systems. Volunteers, all departed, were later lauded in prayer. For the static and the howling from the unholy warp spirits that had infiltrated our Vox system, we heard the voice of our Lord Captain, who ordered us. You know, I thought there'd be a few more skill checks. I mean, there have been a few passive ones, but... Go to port water. We're almost done. No, jeez. Senior officers from all decks gave a general report to the blind blessed Lord Captain, ordering to the assessments of the ship's services. Chances of favorable outcome of the jump to Port Wander were 0. On behalf of the entire crew, they declared that the serving under our glorious commander had been an honor, and if it was his will, they are ready to forge onward and meet their deaths. Glory to House Valentis and its valiant servants. We were all prepared to die at that very hour. And then that Lord Captain bade us. I said I'm committing. So I'm committing. Oh man. Huddled next to the Voxcaster, I, First Deputy Carto Artifacts Syllabum Primax, scream into it, hoping that my voice will by some miracle break through the turbulent abyss of the Immaterium into the real world. Voxmaster is dead. Virtually everyone is dead, and I, disregarding the sacred Vox system protocol, scream my dispatch over and over. All Imperial vessels, help, we are dying, we're dying, stop it, I'm afraid, stop it, I'm afraid. Here ends the Chronicles discovered in the ruins of a ship expelled from board. That's okay. I got an achievement for it, though, so it's okay. It just looked like another place I hadn't been to. I didn't expect it to actually be just a kill screen. That was fun, though. How far back am I? I don't think I'm too far back. If I seem to understand right, I'm back right before we did all that work notes, right? Yeah. So, Cabela is still in our party? Yeah. Where are we going? Forgot what it's called? Jessamon. Google, if you would be so kind. Where is Jessamon? If I can spell Jessamon. There we go. It may just be a warp thing. Or it's a bug, maybe. One definitive direction I've been given is Latoribum maledicta. do we have any of that? Tory bone. Go away. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, we can go directly up here. We already read that one. And then we can go... There we go. And then we're gonna get the Cabela. Yep. We're being attacked. Thought that would skip it. Yeah, we'll bring Idra, why not? We can take that Psyker thing. That makes... that'll make me immune to damage. For a little while. You know, more immune than I already am, at least. We gotta level you, though. I don't have to, but good to stay on top of it, I think. Develop intelligence. Nah, I don't think so. Intelligence will help with exposed weakness, and it actually gives you a bump. You can be my Imperium person. What would you want? I mean, I guess flesh wounds is always good. I mean, kind of. It'd be cool if you could... I guess there's no reason to grab this. But it would be cool if you could grab these just for the siren. This may be good. Because I think you can do blinded and slowed. Sure. And... you don't do force weapons. Sure. Easy. Alright, let's walk over here.
Patience. My nerves are frayed. Oh, what a glorious storm this battle will be!
We can have Abelard and Marzite fight these guys. Sig can go over here so can everyone else. Fortunately. Actually, no, I was gonna say my cursor fixed itself. Only a little bit. Did I get everyone else? I see it's fixed now. Just in case you guys need it, do some frontline.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Let's move here. Can you put a backline? Right there.
Request approved.
And then we'll put a blitz on it. Give some extra movement.
Scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Buff you guys, should have done that first. Didn't get it, Drew, that's fine.
Cogitation failed.
There.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Request approved.
I guess put the rear there. Why not?
Bring it on.
Nice. Nope. Oh, you're bleeding. Nice.
Watch. With grace and malice.
That's probably all you need, right?
Don't
Nice. Can you kill this guy too?
perfect killing
On
strike.
top of Inside Marzai.
Watch.
That's what I get for fighting these guys when I'm very over leveled for
Grace
it.
and malice. It is handled. No.
Path is blocked. I guess that makes sense. Idra, I want you to not do anything, really. But, I
What
guess.
is this foreboding?
I guess you can do this. Help us out a little bit. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, let's see, we're gonna
Me?
buff Sig.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Gonna buff Sig again.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
You're gonna move here. And do one of these. You can't see both of them at once. Why is that? Fine. This gets both of you at once.
Emperor, give me strength.
Wow, you get a lot of movement for free now. Could have done that a while ago. Can you just kill this guy?
Another one shattered.
I thought you could, that's fine. You can move here, can't you?
Let's see.
And then you can teleport. This guy doesn't have an opening on him, that's fine. I should have used Demon
What
Attack.
if
Get myself even more health, which gives me even more strength. Nice. Use there.
another stroke of genius? A genius at work.
This will probably kill you.
A wicked thought. Another one.
What's my lethality right now? It's pretty big.
Through the smoke and gunfire. Behold the wrath of
No, you don't get a turn. Alright, I like this thing, it's fun. If I get another exemplar or assassin level, then it'd be nice to give me that one that lets me just do more damage every time I hit someone. They just take more damage every hit I do. I hit them 4 times a turn. An attack, I mean. Be pretty nice. Be real nice if you got it earlier in the game. Like if you bought the DLC and then did it. There's Jevison. Let's quick save in case something horrible happens. And it would probably be wise to fix my ship. There we go. Huh. Maybe I can't do it with Cabela not in my party. Which, granted, I should have taken care of a bit ago. Okay, so how do I put her on trial? I speak to Jocasta, who hangs out over here. Captain, Mr. Spell is awaiting your judgment. Would you like her brought in? Definitely. Justice be done. And then I go back. Okay. That's fun. Alright, Cabela, what's the deal? Captain, a murder has been committed on this ship. The victim is one Letard Thorius, Chirurgeon Majoris. The perpetrator was apprehended at the scene of the crime, admitted her guilt, and did not resist arrest. Both appears cold and apathetic. Her unmoving eyes stare vacantly, her expression odd. Thorius' clan invoked a ship's tradition and summoned Requisator? A Requisator? To testify on behalf of the deceased. Masked man bows stiffly and decorously. I don't know what a Requisator is. When there is no one to speak for a deceased person in court, the representative is entitled to seek assistance from a member of the of the guild. I'm not going to try to say this word anymore. Their duty is to know and remember each and every person on this ship so that they can defend the interests of the deceased and represent them in courts. They study the victim's entire life history to gain the most detailed impression of their personality, deeds, and aspirations. The guild was founded by one of your distant ancestors, and to my knowledge, they exist only on our glorious flagship. How do you feel, Bella? I'm fine. Just this hollow ceremony. This is just a hollow ceremony. Pointless. Does Thorius not have family? The clan to which the deceased belongs are wary of bringing accusations against the Lord Captain's companion, and the esteemed Letard never made any courageous friends in his life, having always preferred his work to the company of others. Let's test this, speak deader. Masthead lowers, man strokes his chin contemplatively. He is fascinated by diseases, injuries, pathogens, complications. The part he disliked was the patients. He could not let him concentrate on that which was killing them. Alright, tell me about the circumstances of the murder. The eyewitness accounts didn't give me much. Didn't give us much. The deceased and the murderer had a brief conversation, following which Mistress Cabela beheaded the Chirurgeon Majoris. Witnesses did not overhear any details of the conversation. Is this true? Yes. Neither the church's death nor her own impending punishment seemed to trouble Cabela, as his heart gaze wanders around the bridge. It was me. So why'd you do it? The heartless man imagined himself to be above others. He believed the trade had uplifted him. He did not even avert his gaze. For servant of the Undying One. It's brazen, unjustifiable. The Undying One never whispered his name. I myself decided to sever his thread. Huh. So why are you overhearing this? Go listen on go eavesdrop on someone else. But you felt like killing some servants. Why would they all take such offense? Is every corpse going to cause such a stir from now on? Jay? Oh, I forgot you were here. I thought you left like everyone else. I told you it would end like this. Why should anyone listen to little old Jay? Colors have changed. The scarlet and the gold are drowning in rage. It's muddled crimson. The sea blues of sorrow and the impenetrable greens of doubts. Shades are all in conflict, melding together in a frantic tapestry. Let's hear the other side of the story. This man's voice is unpleasantly creaky. The esteemed Latard served this void ship and this dynasty for many years. Created the sick and gained new knowledge as trade commanded. Saved many, but he himself was not saved. Caused Mistress Cabela no grievance, never offended her, merely answered her questions regarding his work, whereupon he was attacked. So he has the right to demand a reckoning. The death of this murderer would be lawful, and the death of his murderer would be lawful and appropriate retribution. Heartless man did more than heal people. He maimed them too, tortured them, killed them, slowly, and observed. Treated the sick, and he gained knowledge. Masked Hedrick said haughtily, "The boots of those who walk the path of wisdom leave bloodied footprints. It's a rule that existed long before the esteemed Tatar did." What specifically did he maim and torture? Unimportant people, common people, doomed people. Takes the drops of imaginary blood on his hands with disgust. This was the esteemed Tatar's way of thinking. Does a doomed leper care whether the disease of the knife is causing them pain, the disease or the knife? Is the formula for a medicine that would cure distinguished officers not worth the lives of a few dozen commoners who turned to test the subjects? With the knowledge he gained, he invented a multitude of balms, antidotes, and treatment methods that went on to save thousands of lives. I think there's a certain group of people that you could compare this philosophy with. Nonchalant disregard for common humanity is worthy of respect. That's funny. I'm gonna click this one, it's the funniest. The esteemed Latard would be grateful for this judgment. He was a man of logic and practicality. I have learned enough. We humbly await your verdict, Lord Captain. I will recompensate the family. Humbly declare that the esteemed Latard was indifferent to the fortunes, good or otherwise, of his strange kinspeople whom you have made rich, and that he would not be satisfied with this ruling. Cannot be put on trial. Those words are barely louder than a whisper, but everyone hears them. She raises her head, face deathly pale as if she is asleep with her eyes open. None have the right to judge a spinner of death. I can't tell who you are under the banner. I still can't tell who you are. Are you Master Spinner? The head honcho? Yes. Only he can judge. The vizier's eyes are sewn shut. One can still read the grief that permeates his wrinkled features. He whispers a sorrowful voice. You have strayed from the thread, you have doomed the tenants of the Blitzman web to oblivion. What a sorry end for me. What a sorry end. For me, not for you. For I am compelled to usher my apprentice's soul to the other side before it is my own time to go. You gonna kill her? Take the one who no longer sees the tenants. Give her to him, she is dangerous. To pacify her forever. Such is my duty, so it must be. Makes you think you are fit to judge me, Mentor. You are not him. He isn't here, and I'm the one that decides what happens. But if you saw her the way I see her, you would. She is tempest, she is woe. You do not want this by your side, then, believe me. Cabela does seem to be acting out of character. Second spinner is in the throes of a spiritual alignment that we call doubt. This most terrible ailment, though harmless to lay folk, is deadly to us. For a doubtful spinner will stray from her destined thread into bloodthirsty madness. Doubt strings them to the undying one before their time. Her service is demanding and requires clarity and a sense of purpose that she no longer possesses. Long have I sensed the seeds of anxiety in her and hoped her reason would prove stronger and prevail. Alas, now I see the mark of despondence on her. Alas, now I know that I am not mistaken. What if you were, though? How would one heal the soul of another Domin? She's fighting a losing battle inside her mind, one she hasn't all but lost. We cannot enter her mind, we cannot reach out a hand to her. Although, you could. Thread binds to them in and shadow together. A rare thread, a shared thread. Will that connection be enough for your souls to enter into harmony? It will have to be. The Vizier turns his face towards Cabela. He seems withdrawn, sparks snuffed out. He whispers, "Then seek a steward of souls, an artisan who will put you both in a psycher's trance, allowing your minds to become one. You will have a chapel full of astropaths, Damin. You have a chapel full of astropaths. One of them will surely do you that service. See that their guidance is strong, for inside her soul you will encounter monsters. A doubting mind is a dangerous place." Okay, so I speak to Idra, probably. We'll get to the chapel, sure. Then I'll probably have Idra do it. Oh, you're in my party again. Nice. I thought you'd be out of the party for this whole questline. I can probably get the gist of it now, but I'm already distracted, so it's okay. Hello, Zachary. To approach, the choirmaster's blindfold lights up a bluish glow. Your lordship seldom comes here without a reason. How can I be of service to you today? How are your gifts? The choirmaster looks away, embarrassed. Mistakes of the past no longer haunt me, not in my dreams or in reality. But I still remember every single one of them. Could you put me in a trance with Cabela? I need to go inside of her mind. A synchronized trance is a complex telepathic at practice. Things can go awry unless both participants trust each other and have a strong spiritual connection. However, I can sense that you do. I'd be honored to be your guide during the trial, but Captain. But remember, it's easy to get lost in another person's thoughts. The fears of others house the monsters. You think I'm afraid of some monsters? I'm not afraid of anything. May the God Emperor aid you, Captain. Oh, we're doing this. I thought it'd be it. It's fine. Shackled mind cannot comprehend the wisdom contained herein. Henceforth repeat. He is death. Release your breath with each word. Cleanse your thoughts. He is death. Truth lies in death. Free your soul from the body's cage. Become nothing. He is death. Now that your heartbeat is a perfect line, and your vision is shrouded in dusk, you have almost reached the state of purity and balance. Heed. No human will see death before their time. That is the delusion of the living. Heed. To which we say, a strong spirit can travel here, travel there, and make the journey back. Heed the tale of the great Domin Sigmund, descended into the kingdom of the dead to retrieve his shadow. Birth and death are one. We are snatched from a place of warmth and sense blood covered into an unfamiliar world. Dying is the same. The Min too learned this as he opened his eyes and found himself on the lower decks. Lying in a cold coffin, he beheld the ship drifting through nothingness. Adamantine giant's corpse. Skeleton moaning from the winds of entropy. The tempest of rust was gnawing at its plasteel bones and twisting its vein-like cables. The machine oil oozed down its bulkheads like wind. Had the Domin been alone, he would have lost his way inside the ship's mangled bowels. But a guide reached out a hand to him. The spirit of old Vinny Zachary had loyally followed the men to the other side. In the labyrinth of the hereafter, the piercing gaze of Vinny Zachary discerned the thorny path to the halls of death. The loyal servant swore to protect his lord. Together, the men and the Vinny made their way up through the malformed frame of the ship. In the cold catacombs of the lower decks, they traveled up into the fires of the ship's crematorium. Tongues of flame licked at them, but they did not burn. Columns of the dead marched toward them to be turned to ash in the fire, and the men and the Veni walked toward the dead in turn. The great gate of crematorium, their path was blocked by the executioner, a sentinel made of metal spikes and coiling blades, roaring flame, pale bleeding bodies writhing herein, such as a blade that has lost the strength of the tenets. A murderous monster no longer driven by faith, but by dark desires. When they saw the fight was inevitable, and I'm doing all the checks. Okay. Struck the first blow, aiming for a weak spot. The blades and spikes fell, clinging, turned to rust. Her bloodlust weakened the blade, and the Domin had proved as much. Then a card of his tarot appeared in the Domin's hand. It was the God Emperor, and the first doubt was dispelled. He is death. Benny Zachary led the Domin out of the hot furnace of the crematorium, and they walked past long columns of the dead. Frayed was their attire, their bones scraped against their augmetics, and scratched their decrepit flesh. They were mourning sorrowfully, and the sound made memory fade away. The men saw that the dead were carrying an ark. Inside the ark was a thing. Proper now. A lost child cocooned in silk, shedding crimson tears of the unknown, for the unknown. The unliving carried her as servants would carry their lady, who loudly lamented their fate, such as a blade mired in broodings over a lost past, a helpless child paralyzed by regret. As they sink into the soft rot of their wails and perish, the men pressed forward, pushing the dead away with his strong arms, and the sobbing being was left behind, alone and forgotten. Strength always leaves weakness behind in the darkness of oblivion. And a card of his tarot appeared in the man's hand. It was a star, and the second doubt was dispelled. He is death. And then he led the... Is that how you say it, by the way? Led the men to the upper decks. The men entered the officer's chambers. A web of veins adorned the walls. Yeah, I keep entangling the precious trophies. Statues are bound in intertwining sinews in the highway, and high upon a balcony. A dismembered judge wailed as he attempted to reassemble himself with his pale hands, but his movements were merely tightened the tangle of the flesh. I can read, I promise. Turning the chambers into a snare, such as a blade tangled and trapped in misunderstood teachings, a hapless creature that does not know its place in the world. In order to continue his journey, the Domin attacked the obstacle of flesh in his path, tearing it down and destroying it. When the obstacle fell, the judge was unbound, no longer prevented from restoring himself, for when the order had been defiled and corrupted, break it down and begin anew. The card in his tarot appeared in his hand. It was the rogue trader. Third doubt was dispelled. He is death. Flagship bridge was draped in skulls and webs, and pale souls of the dead flocked to the foot of the throne upon which sat the undying emperor, protector of mankind. May his praises be innumerable. Starlight shone coldly in the eyes of his skull, and the galaxy rested in his mighty hand. The men approached the throne. and spoke brazenly, demanding that he vacate the throne belonging to the Domin. The eyes of the Undying One's skull flashed ominously, for he was the Domin and the entire human race. And every throne was his throne, but he did not stoop to destroying the brazen Domin, for it was not yet his time to go. That's a cool picture, by the way. Then the Undying One spoke, and these words are to be preserved in your heart as the greatest of prayers, for they sprang from a source that was and is the holiest of all things. I know you, Domin. I know your heart, and the unclean corruption that dwells within it. I know the temptations and the shameful belongings that gnaw at you. And thus know this, you will face me again when it is your turn, and your spirit will be weighed, but found unworthy, and you will rot in sorrow, but that will come to pass later. The Undying Emperor, may his praises be innumerable, said no more, and it was the Domin's turn to speak. That's not gonna happen, because canonically I become like a demigod or something. And speak the Domin did, saying that he had come to find his shadow and rescue her. Skeletal fingers stirred, and the Domin's shadow loomed out of the darkness beside a throne. She was bound in black chains and asleep. The Undying One was silent. Now was the time to offer a payment. His death would give nothing away without payment in return, and the Domin promised the Undying One to spare him from ruthless execution if he surrendered from the Domin's shadow at once. That's a crazy thing to say to... This is the Emperor of Humanity, right? It's like a big deal. Only +3, okay. The Undying One listened to the Domin's brazen words without a hint of a smile. For one who haunts death can do so but once. For one who taunts death can do so but once. Only do so once? Then the Undying Emperor leant over the Domin and drove a skeletal finger right into his heart and pulled out the sacred thread of his soul. The thread crumbled, stretched to the limit. It was then that a revelation came to the Domin. A life must be paid for a life, and a name was revealed to him. Naki Everest. That was the life the Undying One demanded. And the Domin... I don't know who that is. I don't think I have ever heard that name before. I'm gonna Google it at the cost of potentially spoiling myself, because I want to make an informed decision. This could be like a trolley problem thing where it's like, I'll kill this random person, and you'll have to hope that it's not someone that's important. If you want your Cabela. Is that her real name? Let's see. Okay, so the answer is keep playing. That's the first response. So that's all I'm reading. So it's someone important. And that's all I know. I do want Cabela, but if my theory that this is Cabela is right, then something weird's gonna happen. I refuse. The light in the Undying One's eyes faded out. He returned to his throne and sat down upon it, for he had nothing to say to one unwilling to pay death's benevolence. And the men... Okay, fine, you called my bluff. The oath of blood was sworn, and the chains fell from the Domin's shadow. She remained silent and motionless, for she saw no sense in leaving the halls of death, to which the Domin told her that in beholding death as one of the living, she had received a gift of unparalleled greatness. And the eyes of the immense shadow opened. She replied that she had not been waiting, had not missed them, sought neither duty nor power nor mercy. She had no desire to leave, as the monsters spawned by her mind had not been defeated and were still strong. However, she then rose to her feet and followed the one she had sworn an oath to. Her duty outweighed her mind's torment. He is death. That's a lot of big words. Ta. The Damin and his shadow left the bridge of the Undying Emperor. May his races be innumerable, and their path was strewn with his tarot cards. Among them, the Damin saw the card of the Executioner, who carries out sentences and brings a violent end to that which he did not begin. Among them, the Damin saw the card of the Lost Child, who was torn from her roots and her support, carries within her the still hidden neat seeds of promise to recover them someday. Executioner. I have to reread this, I didn't understand. Carries out sentences and brings violent end to that which he did not begin. Card of the Lost Child, who was torn from her roots and her support, carries within her the still hidden seeds of promise to recover them someday. So the card of the Judge, who weighs and separates guilt from innocence and passes his verdict. They descended into the lower bays, lay down in a stone coffin, and closed their eyes. The Damin heard the Undying Emperor's voice promising they would meet again, and soon. Thereupon their journey ended. So it was that the Damin, having seen death before his due time, traveled there, and back to bring these tidings and wisdom. Be free of doubt as you walk along the threads of the bloodspin web. For those threads lead to him, as does all of existence. He is death. I don't think I fully comprehended what happened. Whatever. It's like a Eldritch Horror kind of thing, I'm sure. As the shock of another mind's jumbled thoughts stops constricting your throat, you find yourself staring at Cabell's pale face, that settled into a strange expression. And then Sigmund. So I hope that Naki, I think that was her name. What was her name? I still have to tab. Oh, grab my phone. What's up with that Naki Ebris? Someone important. Regardless, I'm sure I'll find out soon enough. I spoke to God. That was not the Emperor, Lord Captain. That was merely Mistress Cabell's version. Yeah, I figured. Doing it born out of her imagination. Alas, none among my fellows are powerful enough to bring you the voice of the protector of mankind. How you feeling, dude? Farmaster covers his face and whispers. So, Lord Captain, we're in the world of flesh again. So what do you remember, Cabella? I remember stumbling, I remember my doubt and the truth of the tenants throwing me off my feet, I remember deciding to kill, not because I had heard his whisper, but because I deemed it to be right. Death whispered my name, for a spinner without a thread is like a sky without stars. They would drown in their own soul's darkness. Am I still filled with doubts, sincere leading the bloodspin web down the right path? Do I hear truth in his whisper, or am I distorting it with my own wishes? That doubt must be extinguished. This Naki Ebris is the payments the Undying One demands. Price of redemption, price of freedom. Who is this person? Where are they from? I do not know. Help me find them, Damin. Your faculty oversees archives that contain many names. Let him find the one that death has spoken, and I will pay the price that was set. For I know, I feel all my essence, the death of Naki Ebris is the key. The answer to my questions. Yeah, that's probably my fault, actually. So I have to talk to faculty. Yeah, okay.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue.
I'm gonna stick to my theory that she's Naki. Bridge. I don't fully know how that would work, because how would Naki dying help Cabella? Maybe it's metaphorical. We'll see. Maybe this will lead to the third finger. Or phalange. Somehow. Oh, how am I? Should be... There you go. Pleasure to see you, old Captain. How may I be of assistance? Tell me who Naki Everest is. Everest, that plain name is familiar. I ask your lordship to give me a little time. Flex archives being as vast as they are, I'll spare no effort in finding Naki Everest as soon as possible. 15 minutes, gosh damn. In fact, can pokes a triumphant finger at the Dazzly. And found them, your lordship. The Everest family is a lesser Voidborn clan. Served in the boarding teams for many generations, spilling the blood in the name of the Nidacy. In service of her ladyship Theodora, Erebus has displayed impeccable heroism on several occasions. My theories gaining some ground. Unfortunately, the clan was all but wiped out 2 decades. Okay, never mind. During confrontation with the enemies of humanity. For their valor and sacrifice, Lady Theodora granted the surviving members of the clan noble estate privileges and the right to settle on the capital world. How uncommon. Gravity is merciless to the Voidborn. That does not mean that they are incapable of adapting to it. Living on the capital world is a reward worth putting it in. How does that work? Gravity is merciless to the Voidborn. How does that? That doesn't make sense unless they just are incredibly weak of constitution. Whatever. It's weird sci-fi stuff. What about Naki? The name Naki appears in reports. At least a dozen different women bore it over several centuries. There's no data on any living person with that name. The head of the Everest family will likely have more information about the past 2 decades of their clan's history on Dargonis. To Dargonis they go, but that starts the next DLC, which is a bit scary. I will send the dynasty's representative on the capital world an instruction to summon the Everest family to the palace. Alright, thank you. Alright, well that's sorted. Let's go to Jevison, since I'm right there. We'll see if it does anything now that she's in my party. No. I hope I'm not soft locked. I mean, maybe I do this, and that does something. Have I been here? It seems highlighted, so maybe not. Oh, I see. It's this one. The one with the guy. Unless this is I should probably read this. Strange vessel enveloped in a pale orchid mists. I thought this was... Is this, the ship from... I forgot his name. Winter Scales. Thing. Sails past stained glass windows of the captain's bridge. The coat of arms appears from thoroughly dented. Also one of Valencia's coat of arms. Augur crew reports that this is the Light Seeker, an expedition voyage ship tasked with exploring planets of its expanse. The vessel disappeared without trace over 600 years ago. The telemetry shows that the decks are empty and devoid of life with no crew detected. The sight of the ancient voyage ship causes throbbing headache and inexplicable disgust. We're the advantage of all the centuries and how did it up here. Boxmaster reports that the elders of her clan told her tales about the Light Seeker. This legendary voyage ship has discovered plenty of bountiful worlds where the most profitable extractiums were later installed. The vessel brought countless riches to the Von Valencia's predecessor in the past, but its sudden reappearance after 600 years of oblivion seems wrong and dangerous. High effect from Janice Stanrock confirms that the Light Seeker is still part of the Von Valencia's fleet. In other circumstances, Black Temple insisted on reclaiming the property of the Protectorate, but who knows what had happened in the vessel during the centuries it was lost. Dark powers of the cosmos or the warp itself could have corrupted the voice ship. Word whispers of the crew were silenced by an urgent alert that the ship is rapidly changing course. Okay, now that we're done. While closely watching the Light Seeker's maneuvers, your Seneschal becomes certain the vessel is preparing to attack. Abelard has heard a lot about bountiful worlds discovered by the voyage ship's crew, but he douses his brain. But he doubts the same brave voicemen are at the helm. Why was I better at reading when I was speeding through it? Whatever dark powers are controlling the vessel, one thing is clear. It's a threat. The trader needs to engage the unknown enemy and recapture the property of the Von Valanche's dynasty. Ulfar is adamant that he is here for some reason. But Ulfar is adamant that any void ship that has spent the past 6 centuries beyond the veil is corrupted beyond salvation. Says it must be destroyed at once. Well, Ulfar isn't here right now, so his opinion doesn't matter. Establish communications. Ignis sends one signal after another, urging Lexier's crew to establish contact. No avail. This short delay is enough for the possessed void ship to assume an advantageous position as it prepares to gain your vessel. Yay. Good thing that I immediately have the instinct to change the difficulty because it's a void ship fight. So now I can remember if I'm on daring or not. You know, it's the living.
Litany of ordnance rings out across our decks.
I've been on daring this whole time. Not anymore. No, okay. Go one forward. Show me your movements. Get blasted. And then get blasted again. Okay. This is what we're doing. Just gonna, okay, that's fine.
Engage the lads!
I don't wanna know which attacks I can and can't use. Who would want that? There's no way I can swing, right? Yeah. I could do this.
Location from blessed plasma fire.
Nice. Okay. Maybe I did need to lower the difficulty. Advantageous position. Well, okay then. That was something. I guess start going as we go. And if it starts the other DLC, so be it. I'll just ignore it after the ignition. You're Dargonus? You're Dargonus. We're being attacked. Yay. We got this. You know, I'm kind of curious. How is base resolve decided? Like, how does it... I don't know. Okay. Go over
They
here.
will see. Oh yes. They will see.
Pascal, you're there. Sig, you can go there. Actually, Sig, you can go all the way over here. Abelard, you can go here. No one gets past you. Cass, you're over here. Bella, I'm gonna send you over this way, and maybe you can get to the portal warlock. And that is everyone minus Marzai taken care of. Marzai, you will go all the way. Why not? Can I have you just shoot all the way over here? Kill that guy? Nice. And that's all you need to do. There's some stuff you could do that would make this easier, but that's not going to be an issue.
Fear nothing.
With grace and malice.
Oh, right, that. I forgot about that.
Behold. Watch.
If all of this goes well, then I'll get to kill both these blue guys and summon 2 more.
Yes!
There you go. And stab
Don't
you.
distract me. It is handled.
Stab you again.
With grace and malice.
You get stabbed.
Break their morale. Harder.
I must not falter.
Oh no, 0 times 2 damage.
What are you?
That's crazy.
Place broken already.
Opens me.
Smoke.
Nice. Alright, I think it'd be good if I did this, right? Yeah, that's beautiful.
Demands.
Perfect.
If I
Got
may.
you. Again. Again. You a whole new turn.
I'll paint your death in colors.
And ideally, you will immediately get daring.
Let's see.
Move here. Stab these guys.
Step by step, I lead.
Oh wait, does this kill both of you? Oh, it does. Okay. I kind of forgot how
Another one is shattered.
how that attack worked. Okay. That's pretty nice. Let's charge you.
A wicked, predictable downfall.
He's dead. He's dead. Okay. And then I can't teleport.
Even I won't do that.
That's crazy. Do this. Can I get over to... No, this is open. That's okay.
Schemes
Over here.
within schemes.
Now would be a good time to teleport, but that's fine. Get all of them the minute I can. My shotgun won't help at all.
A
Just
wicked
reckless.
thought.
Little sworn enemy.
Let's see.
I will endure. Just use all my buffs
A genius at work.
and my debuffs. This will help too.
A wicked thought. A maelstrom of madness.
Alright, 7 AP. That's amazing. Move here. Stab this guy.
War is my muse. Flames another one.
And now move here. Stab this guy.
Let's see. A predictable downfall.
Do I really not have that much movement? I thought I'd have more than enough to get around. That's upsetting. We'll go around here.
Shattered foes in my wake.
And And I can't use dance again. Really a shame. If I could teleport, it'd be fine. Don't matter. Can I reach you?
I'm not accustomed to being all...
Okay. Move over here. And then dance.
A wicked thought.
If I move like this, then... No, there's no way I can get both of them in one attack. That's fine.
Let's see.
I can stab you.
Face another one.
You can't use daring twice, but that's okay.
What is unpredictable therefore?
There's no way you can get all the way over there.
Through the smoking gunfire.
Capella, though, still might be able to, actually. Go there.
The shadows will see it done.
Go there. Stab this person.
Come, the other side awaits.
And I was hoping you could do it again, because that's what the game says you should be able to. This works, doesn't?
Let the blood of the wicked be shed as thou hast willed.
Alright, there's an exit over here, right? Yep. To Dargonis. Kinda wish I got more insight. But what can you do? I guess I just don't know how to get it properly. Before we go on to Dargonis proper, what is this one? So the Phanodon has poisoned the colony's water supplies. All who drink from the tainted sources start mutating at frightening speed. I mean, this is the only one that actually helps. Purchase emergency shipment of water. I lost the profit? I thought it just, if you had that much. It's fine, I don't care. Suppliers are taking advantage of rogue traders' desperation by driving up the prices of rush shipments, but the colony's population has been saved. Okay, fine. I could have just ignored it and things would have been okay. I have to go all the way. Actually, I can just... There we go. There he is. Where are we? Erebus's? You are a new character who hasn't shown up before. Why is there blood on my ground? How dare you? Let me clean that up. Who are you? Finely dressed man greets you with an incredibly radiant smile. His meticulously polished raw augmentation reflects the palace's interior as sharply as a mirror. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Luxurious Carmeleon, a collector of curiosities. Perhaps you'll find something useful among my offerings. What kind of stuff do you sell? Equipment for noble cyber assistance. Demand is modest, but as few of the Imperium can afford such luxury, I'm glad to have found my calling. Very expensive attire and ostentatious cosmetics. Luxurian's wealth is unlikely to stem directly from his curiosity business. Came here, following his heart, it seems, and not his greed. Let's see what you got. Oh, I see. Well, that kind of tells me a decent amount of... I have a sneaking suspicion that the next DLC that I play is going to have a new character of this overseer type, perchance. Okay, I'll leave you for now. Comentia, do you have... Can you help me? Give me a sec. Quick save. And then I'll do it. Takes a second. There we go. Announce that the reception is starting. I'm ready to receive the Elvis family. Let's see what your lordship. No, we're doing combat, are we? Perchance. Your ship, allow me to introduce the next guest, protectors of the Dragonis from the void between the stars. Randor and Zioni of House Erebus, along with their heirs, Matsis, Ilorna, Rono, and Lumi Erebus. Glory to the dynasty. Noticing a distinct lack of Naki. Officers Randor and Zioni Erebus both make the sign of the Aquila. Reverent expressions on their battle-scarred faces. Beside them are their children, raised to love the Goblin Emperor. They are mild-mannered but fascinated by their new surroundings. Judging by their uniforms, the two eldest children are already members of the Dargonis Planetary Guard. Your lordship, it's a great honor for House Erebus to be invited to your palace. There's a distinct anxiety in Randor Erebus' eyes. Huh. That may be pretty nice. Zioni touches her husband's palm ever so slightly, gives him a reassuring nod, then addresses you. As a token of our greatest reverence for Von Flinch's dynasty, allow me to present you the modest family relic of the Erebus clan. May it serve you faithfully. How is the family doing? We're delighted by the favor shown to us, your lordship. Even the capital is much calmer and slower compared to the ship. I've almost gotten used to the gravity. Prosthetic supporting Rander's spine creaks under his clothes as he attempts an awkward bow. The crowd, the immense tension, and this being their first visit to the palace. They're nervous. Let's give these people time. Let them get accustomed to these surroundings. Into your presence. Let them wander around the hall and taste the food. You'll talk to each one individually. As the Erebus parents notice a blood-spun web pulses at your side, they exchange glances, almost an imperceptible tension hanging from the air. How are you finding the reception to your liking? It's beyond all our expectations. We could not have dreamt of something like this, to be honest. Just permission to settle in Dargonis and continue your service to Lady Dynasty's capital on the Dynasty's capital world was a most gracious gesture on Lady Theodora's part. We did not expect any further attention. Julian smiles gently, but her fingers are fidgeting with her heirloom pendant. Let us enjoy the evening. Join the guests. We will talk later. Of course, your lordship, we are available for you at any time. And now that they are alone, we can speak to them
One step at a time amidst the madness.
individually. Let's see. There's 3 of them there. Does it matter which one I speak to first? No. Lorna, you're first on the chopping block, metaphorically. Pressing down too hard on your quill, Lumi. Look how thick your lines are. The ink hasn't dried. Mother will be livid when she sees the stain on my cuff. Why don't you watch what you're doing instead of lecturing me again? How many times has Master Rogbard said, apply the base colors first, then the darker shades? Erebus children are leaning over a sheet of parchments, arguing passionately. A small, finely made box next to them contains quills and a few bottles of ink. Little shadow hangs over the younger Erebus's. Her unblinking gaze carefully studies the unfinished drawing and grows gloomier still. Your lordship, we're honored to be at the Von Valancius Palace. I am Lorna Erebus, a young pale woman, slightly shorter than Cabela. Smooths a lock of her hair nervously. She stands between her younger siblings and the spinner. Coin flip time. Yes. Parchment is an unfinished family portrait showing the Erebus parents and their 4 children. The artist's skill is impressive, but your attention is drawn not to the fine lines and shading, but the sketch of a dark figure added in by a still more masterful hand. Your family was once renowned for their courage, but Dargonis has no need for boarding teams or parents enrolled Rono and Lumi in the scriptorium to study religious painting. Is that Satan you've drawn then? Mother says the Erebus clan has a secret guardian that protects us from the shadows, and I thought it would be unfair to draw all of us, but not them. Silly, I know. That's proper. It's honorable. The little barges into the conversation. Winces, then whispers softly. Come to men, let's frighten them no longer. That scrap of parchment must be incredibly special. I see no other reason for your brother and sister to be ignoring the rogue trader. My apologies, your lordship. I am to blame. Lumi and Rono tend to get far too engrossed in their work. But I will see to it that they do not forget their manners again. Glory to the Von Valancius protector. And to the rogue trader, ruler of 1,000 stars. Alright, have fun. Bella casts a final glance at the portrait and quietly walks away. I've learned probably enough. Heck. Let's talk to you guys last. I said last. Your lordship, Senior Lieutenant Matus Erebus, at your service. Tall, dark-haired young man enunciates sharply as he salutes you with great fervor. Breathless form, from his own audacity, he blurts out, "Hope I don't sound too bold to say I've always dreamt of serving on your flagship. It'd be too much for a modest servant of the dynasty to hope that the Lord Captain might graciously make him part of his crew." Bill soundlessly appears at your side. Face is reflected in Matus's dark eyes. Mr. gazes meet, they both freeze in astonishment and lower their heads. Ah. Curses. Matus looks away first. Pardon my tactlessness, mistress. I have the strangest feeling that we've met before. You were born on a world and absorbed a hive sense. I would have remembered someone who smelled like that. Don't know you. You believe yourself fit to serve on the flagship? I have served dutifully on the planet's forces, your lordship. Governor Driftston even awarded me a medal for defending the Southern Hive against the Xenos. I may have been born on a gravity-bound world, but my heart belongs to the void. So, your reasons are your unflinching courage and your love of the stars. That is another reason, your lordship, but I'm afraid you will find it laughable. You see, I've always known my destiny awaits me on the flagship. Because ever since I was a child, I've had the same dream over and over. Dark-haired young woman walking barefoot along the decks, and me following in her footsteps. I would run, but I could never catch up to her. Father told me he had felt something of the sort when he met my mother. My eyes take in Cabela's features and smile sadly. I believe my future awaits me there. Yeah, sure, why not? It is truly an honor for me, Lord Captain. I will not let you down. Glory to House von Valancius. Let us go. I have heard and seen all I need to. If you insist. Are you just gonna hang out there? Okay. Well, you guys next. Your Lordship, I'll ask to thank you once again for this honor. Though we left the flagship a long time ago, it's a pleasure to be in the presence of a Lord Captain again. Someone looks at you with a pensive, unblinking gaze, her eyes darker than the night sky. We realize that your attention to House Erebus was brought on by some manner of circumstances. But please let us know how we can be of service to you, and we will do what you require. A keen observation. Rander's eyes meet Cabela's as she speaks. But he is not intimidated. On the contrary, the corner of his mouth curves upward slightly. He gives a respectful nod. Tell me about your Erebuses. Sadly, we are but a shadow. What was once a much more numerous clan. Most of our kinspeople fell in combat, but we believe the Erebus' last battle is yet to be fought. We raise cohorts of successors, we teach new recruits, and our own children the ins and outs of void service before they even set foot on board. The new generation are learning to serve in their own way. Our eldest son, Metis, is on the planetary guard. So is Lorna, our eldest daughter, but she has devoted herself to medicine. And to my great surprise and elation, our new children, Rono and Lumi, have found their vocation in serving God Emperor and the Ishasiliarchy. I hope I'm saying that right. Do you remember Theodora well? I won't lie, your lordship, we never saw her in person. Did not have the rank. Even her favor was bestowed upon us in the form of a document penned and delivered by a scribe. We remember her orders, and they were reflective of all the courage and fervor of a true rogue trader. I am looking for a Naki Everest ship's archives, which in several of your ancestors, but the one I need is a living person. Double change glances again. The clan has a tradition. We name our children in honor of our past heroes, Mattis and Naki Erebus, twin founders of our family, great warrior and keeper of knowledge. Legend has it that a great future awaited bearers of those names. Great Mattis or Naki Erebus would add to the clan's renown. They would prove faithful assistants to any Lord Captain they serve. But legends are just that, legends. It's not names to give people strength, but the faith inside their hearts. That doesn't answer my question. No, no one has borne that name for many years now. So what about Mathis? What can I say? I've always wanted to raise a great person. And why name your daughter Lorna and not Naki? Did you not want her to become great? I didn't. But I did name a daughter Naki. Those words hang heavy in the air. Sione Erebus nods slowly in response, a sad smiles upon her lips. We did, but the Emperor took her from us. The Undying Emperor. The Undying Emperor, you say? No, your lordship, Rander and I, we have always been stalwarts on our faith. We revered the Spinner's service, but their sacred path was too dark and frightening for us. We may not have understood the deeds of the Bloodspun Web, but we never doubted that the Spinners carried out his will, for they gave their all to their duty. It's a heavy duty, but a true duty always is. Enough. Enough what? Bell's cry brings the Erebus family back together. 6 alarmed faces, 6 people standing shoulder to shoulder like a fortress wall, and one lone, grim figure opposite them. Shadow peers into their dark eyes, and same as her own. Pale lips, same as her own. She clenches her fist, ignoring the steel claws that pierce her palms. Enough. I know who Naki Erebus is. And so do I. Lie. Okay, I'll hear you out. Naki. Sione Erebus looks at Cabello, start with scarcely concealed fear. Her husband notices her reaction and shakes her head in warning. No. How could you keep something like that from yourselves? How could you? How could you? Owen hugs her younger brother and sister, who casts a frightened glances at her parents and sister, sinister woman with a wry smile. Naki Erebus. Bella throws her head back. Her laughter resonates through the hall. Naki Erebus is me. I was right. I'm so smart. I've played video games before. You mentioned a guardian in the shadows, did you not, Mona? Unseen shadow, servants of death. Mother called her Naki, but I knew she was talking to someone she knew. So you're probably a bit confused, aren't you, Mattis? One who's destined for me, not the love of my life, but my sister. Mattis shudders and stares intently to Bella. Didn't know. You remember me. I remember that what I'm permitted to remember. Tenets of the web, prayers to the Undying One. Names of the poisons and intoxicants. The name of the Vizier gave me, but you... No, I do not remember you. I do not know you. I guess it wasn't a lie. It was metaphorical. If we did not lie, we never would have dared. Linda looks over at Cabela, her dark hair, her scars, Naki. 2 years before Lady Theodora sent our clan's survivors to Dargonis, the Bloodsworn Web's viziers, came to our bay, so the Emperor demanded the next firstborn of the Erebus clan. That's what he needed a new spinner. The next firstborn. I don't think you know what firstborn means. Whatever. 6 months later, we had twins, a boy and a girl with eyes darker than darkness itself. We were born first, Naki. Sorrow and pride, we gave the Vizier our most precious treasure. For that is how one honors the God Emperor. So if I had been born a minute earlier, that animated corpse standing before you today would have been me? This recalls from his parents. Why doesn't she remember anything? Well, she never told. Ritual of releasing the burden. Bella steps up to her brother, who's so completely like her, yet so thoroughly different. New Bloodspun Web recruits undergo it in order to forget their past and devote themselves to the Undying One, so that their souls do not suffer. Tell me, Metis, is your soul in pain? It only hurts because I never knew you all these years. We are here to settle our debt to the Undying One. We now have the name, the person, and the explanation. I know what must be done, so why do I feel pain from an unseen wound in my heart? Why am I, for the first time in my life, hesitant to sever a thread? All this time I've been wandering in the labyrinth of my mind. The answer never came to me. Yes, I do, Duman. How do I end Naki Erebus? These three are the same often. I don't think anyone should die today. By your hand, at least. Ah, jeez. Bella shakes her head. You are wrong, Damin. I hear your words, but I also hear the whispers of monsters. I failed to cure her doubts? What? I passed all the checks. I guess I was a bit mean about it. One record in my mind. They are glad that the Erebus will not die. For those people are the source of my doubts and the hopes. Ghosts of the attachments. This is displease the Undying One. Only by cutting their threads will I prove that I am ready to serve him fully. Coin flip time. Yeah. If you must kill innocents to vanquish your doubts, then you are not a spinner, but a common murderer. You should fear the bloodlust you feel. There we go. I forgot to actually read that out. She closes her eyes and exhales convulsively. You may be right. Perhaps I'm making a mistake. I will trust you. Bella, dismayed, looks first at the heir of his family, then at you, then her own reflection in the steel of her dagger. I will not kill. Must follow my orders when the entire nature shrinks from it. And my heart screams it, must I follow my orders when my entire nature shrinks from it, and my heart screams it is wrong. This is not my will. The Vizier, the Bloodspun Web, these people, they have the audacity to decide who I was and what I existed for. I was but a tool for them, but no longer. Now I am the diminished shadow. I am of greatness and power. I am fear and fury in his foes. The infinite universe lies open before me. The Vizier forged me into a weapon and stained it with blood. He named it a mark. Give me a mission. Come to men, we must descend into the Temple of Death, where I will report on my task. And ask the Vizier a single question. Why me? You have grown into a fine woman, Naki. Though you may be lost now, I know the Emperor will point you right. We are proud of you. My name is Cabela. Well, that could have gone horribly. So what do we do next? We go to the Vizier. Okay. I think we should do that next stream, because we are out of time today. I thought we were done with this DLC today, but I mean, maybe we will be once we go here. But then there's also this that has to be dealt with. Whatever. I'll be back again Wednesday, probably. There's like a 1% chance I won't be, who knows? Regardless, expect to see me Monday. Not Monday. Friday. Same time, noon central. Nev, it was nice to have you. Nice to have any other viewers. My last stream had a decent amount of views. Or had an exceptional amount of views relative to my other streams. Whatever. Nice to have any other viewers. Hope to see you again. Have a good rest of your day.